Thanks.
That was beautiful.
Hi
I didn't even time that.
God almighty, welcome to Weir of Adynn session 62. What a fucking intro.
I'll give you a 9 out of 10 on that.
Jesus Christ. I'm not allowed 5 minutes apiece. Right, so who would like to give us a recap for what happened last week?
Stare at the one with the new notebook.
There's nothing in it yet.
Look at the old one, bitch.
Hang on. Let me just turn that down for a second. Oh, that's better. Spooky music. Right. Okay. In session 61, I wrote Estella is in Trauma Town, and we go to find a stream to clear ourselves up. So we washed off all the blood because Estella had their first kill, and they're not doing too good. They're not doing too good. So we make camp in a clearing nearby, and each of us takes our own watches, and Dracera goes to sleep and receives another vision dream about being in the void, where she sees a large crack in the void hovering, and there's an outline of a door. And then she starts to see silhouettes of the party, each corresponding with a different god. So I believe I wrote this all down. I have to skip a page. So Heliodor is with Deltan, who is the goddess of order. Karee'chs was with Azure, who is the god of the hunt. Stella was with Obris, who is god of the jungle, and Dracera was with Azus, the god of true energy. So who knows what that means, baba boy. So Karee'chs also during that watch hears something very large go past, and they find footprints of something like a tiger, which indicates that these are the hunting grounds, which doesn't mean that it's just humanoids hunting, but also means that we are being hunted, which is an amazing place to live. Well done. So as we go, fuck's sake. So on our way to Karee'chs suddenly gets dragged into the ground. Little arms pull him down, and it's his family bringing him basically home, and his wife, who is this huge, gorgeous spider lady, comes to greet us, invites us into his house, which is an underground ruin where he found his necklace. So Dracera gets kidnapped by the kids, who cover in shiny objects, whilst the others go looking about the cave and getting a tour. And they have like a kitchen unit. Everything's covered in cobwebs. There's a large tree as well. And next to that is a old washroom. Heliodor then starts to snoop around instantly as soon as he's left alone. And he notices patterns, like drawings in Selraki on a pillar that has been taken out of the stone. He tries to move it, and patterns of warp are covering the stone, and it no longer has its magical properties. So Heliodor decides to distract the children to get Dracera to translate Selraki with Chronometer, and the translation is: the danger is still present in your time as in ours. And Dracera starts analysing all the stuff on the walls. So the message was written after the building was made during the first era, and the message was written just before the reconstruction. So this version of the world is a reconstruction of the original one. I think my dad is trying to get on a motorbike at the moment. Who knows? I'm like, why now? So basically, it's very old. These are ruins from before our time even came to fruition. There we go. Let's see. There's a warning about the artifact. Basically, they don't want anyone to touch the artifact that Karee'chs is now wearing around his neck. And Karee'chs has this really emotional moment with his wife, telling him about all the stories and all the things he's seen. And his amulet flickers as well. he explains to her like all the problems that are going above the surface and trying to convince her to leave, but there's still some sort of she's really scared to leave. She doesn't really like people. Drosera continues, you translate, this place is not a place of honor. A hand of the reconstruction lies here. The danger warps your thinking. So the hand could mean the artifact itself, not a literal hand of the gods. So Karee'chs embraces his family, and they let us know that they are worried about what's going on. And we start to talk to Karee'chs about this necklace. Like, it's pretty powerful, it's a key, whoa. So this is where I start crossing things out, because we keep making a plan and then changing it and playing it back, and I'm like getting really stressed. So Karee'chs removes the necklace, and he hears a voice in his mind that tells him to put it back on, and the Stella goes freaking rogue, and
Yeah.
they cast comprehend languages at some point, I believe, unless I I got that right.
Yeah.
Karee'chs hears a voice saying they're wrong, and then just at that moment, Stella grabs the amulet and hears multiple voices in their head, and they realise that modified memory is on the necklace. And after the session, we have had a large discussion. I don't know whether to mention it now.
No.
Well, your characters don't know
Don't be surprised.
whether
We
or
don't
not it'd be
know.
worth you to discuss that in character.
Yes.
And none of us know what Stella knows about the necklace yet. So we're just gonna have to
roll with the
work
punches.
it out, as our characters, even though it might kill us a little bit on the inside. That's what we're up to.
Even though it might kill you just a little bit. It's gonna be great. I don't know what you're on about. It's fine. Thank you for the
I don't
recap.
believe
Take your
you.
inspiration.
Oh, Christ.
So we snap back into the scene where Estella
Snap
has
back
just
to reality.
Estella has just let go of the amulet after having been yelled at by hundreds of voices all at once, and this flash of light has encompassed them as they've been pushed back away from it. They've managed to pull themselves away, but they are quite rattled. You've just watched Estella stiffen up and step back very, very quickly after having fought Karee'chs to grab hold of the amulet.
Whoa. Is everybody okay?
Estella grabs Estella by the shoulders and looks
Estella
into their
grabs
eyes.
Estella.
Estella grabs
No! It's Harvey! Drosera grabs Estella by the shoulders and looks into their eyes, extremely worried about what's just happened to them. What did you see?
It was... The voices were really scary.
We could be taking a big fucking step back if it wasn't possible.
Drosera's gonna pull them into a hug first. Just hold them really tightly. Okay. Okay. You're gonna be okay. You're here now. You're here with us. Do you want to talk about it now?
It was your dad.
Estella,
So-
right
Estella looks over to Karee'chs, and they shake their head. No.
You don't want to talk about it now?
No.
Okay. What do you need right now?
I'm just confused why you would wear something like that to Karee'chs.
Jay's kind of staring at them back, like hand clasped around this fucking amulet again, almost defensively. They're kind of half lean back away from them a bit. I didn't know until everyone knew.
Why are you still wearing it?
If I don't wear it, who's to say would?
I mean, nobody has to wear it. I can make a lead box to put it in, and we can just have it in that.
No one has to have it, but if I was offered before to be separated from this by Arda, I said no. Because if say yes, threat of someone else taking it is much greater. I do not carry this because I want to. I carry this because I'm sure after who we have met, who we have fought, that if I don't, then this is what they're after. We know they're after it.
True, and if they want to get it, they'll target you then.
I would rather them target me than anyone else. And think,
I
put
think-
it in Arda. We have been told someone is not of working for us.
In
Who's
which
to
case,
say they don't take it?
I have a compromise for you. See my locket, and holds up the locket that contains his fucking wagon.
Hmm.
Put it in the wagon. Put it in this, and you wear this necklace.
But who's
Then
to
you've
say what's
still
gonna
got it on
happen?
you.
Who's going to say what's going to happen if we tamper with it? We already knew though that he's being bombarded with these voices.
Aye.
That it could break his mind if we take it away from him.
That is other worry.
Mm.
The pressure I felt trying to take that off.
Mm.
I don't know what will happen if you separate me from it.
Drusera, make me a perception check.
Oh, God. That's a good sign. Okay, perception. Why do I have -1?
Because we're wisdom
Okay, that's fine.
as an ant.
Okay. As you're talking, because you still have sea invisibility above, you can see a little white light above Karee'chs.
Oh,
On top of whose head?
Karee'ch.
Oh.
Hang on, what spell do I normally use?
You can dispel it. You have non-detection.
I've got non-detection. Yeah. I'm gonna go over and cast non-detection on him.
Okie dokie.
Listen, I'm just quickly checking something.
oh.
Why have they only got... I didn't actually use that spell slot, so I'll just keep it as that.
So, just to clarify, are you casting it on him or are you casting it on the amulet?
No.
Because you can cast it on an object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. The target cannot be targeted by divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. You can cast it on a person who is willing, or you can cast it on an object.
I'm gonna cast it on the amulet.
It will
Because
last
I was
for 8
thinking, I was like,
hours.
oh yeah. Because I was thinking, Thumb was had scrying, but Thumb isn't a living being, so technically he can have scrying put on him.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, he technically is now a living being.
Yeah, so now he
Only
can't be,
now.
because it's always been with people wearing objects or Thumb before he had a soul. So yeah, I'm gonna cast non-detection.
Delightful.
So are you touching the amulet? Because it's a touch spell.
Grab it.
Give me a second.
Come on, you're the only one who hasn't touched it.
I wonder why. I don't think I have anything to protect myself against stuff like that. Which is for when I level up. I'll write that down. Yeah, I am. Fuck it. Why not?
Oh, fuck
Are
yeah.
you asking for permission from Karee'chs?
I probably should. Because he has just been spooked by Stella. Karee'chs. That orb is back. May I cast non-detection on the amulet?
Is it not on people?
It's on objects. Is it also on people? Can't remember.
You can cast non-detection on a person if they're
Not
willing.
non-detection, the scrying thing. It was
Sorry.
Scrying.
Karee'chs doesn't know. He's stupid with magic, so.
So am I.
Scrying can be on a person.
Oh, it can.
Or I believe like a space, like a place. It can be somewhere that something or somewhere that the person who's casting it wants to observe. Though I will double check on the wording for you.
Okay. Because even if it's on Karee'chs or the object, surely if I put it on Karee'chs, that would cover everything he's wearing, right?
Not necessarily.
Oh my god.
It's either you cast it on one or the other.
You can cast it on one and then use a second spell slot on the other afterwards.
Mm.
She could cast it on Karee'chs, and if it doesn't go away, you can cast it then on the amulet.
Or we could kill Karee'chs and see if it goes away.
And then you get killed by a giant spider lady.
Oh yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
cute. Love that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Probably
so
got 1,000 hit points.
I will let you roll me an Arcana check to see whether you understand how scrying works, because I've now got the details about it, so I can tell you.
Okay.
Boy!
The amount of times
You
I've
have
noticed this freaking...
inspiration.
Oh, yeah, go on then. This better be worth it.
Oh Christ.
Yes!
Yes!
Okay, your
Can
understanding.
you tell me everything about scrying?
The understanding you have of scrying is that you can see and hear a particular creature that you choose is on the same plane of existence as you. It's more likely to work if you have met the creature or know the creature well, then or have a piece of that creature to be able to scry upon them. So it's less likely that they're watching the amulet, and much more likely they're watching Karee'chs.
Nice.
Okay, if I get a nat 20, and ask the question.
Okay, go on.
How strong is the orb? Like, is it only... If it's strong enough to watch him from this far, is it a case of they've only had to have seen and hear him speak, or do they have to know him quite well?
It can be done on a creature that they don't know well personally. But they know him. They know of him. They know of you. And it can see within 10 feet around him. See and hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it
10
on
feet
him.
Around him. So,
Solid choice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
I'm gonna cast non-detection on Karee'chs. You watch the orb fade.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I think I lost a spell slot because I cast Remove Curse on it. And we didn't actually do it, so...
So you
I was
cast
thinking, I
the
was
spell
like-
and then just didn't touch it.
Well,
I will let you have that
I
spell
was
slot
preparing
back
to do
if
it.
you didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Because I saw it was 2 out of 3, and I'm like, I've only literally got like 3 spells. On
Yeah,
there. I was
no,
like,
if you didn't actually use the spell, don't,
Okay.
get your spell slot back,
Yeah.
that's fine.
casting that at level 3 just so it takes it. No, I didn't do. No. What? No, I didn't
No,
mean
it's
to use
okay.
that.
Shield of Faith.
What the fuck? Just cancel everything. I'm sorry, I've ruined the game. 2 out of 3. That's
That's better. Okay.
ruining the game.
I'll
Okay.
remove your concentration.
Thank you. Gaming.
We're still good at it.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
adding concentration. God damn it.
Oh no, leave it
There you
on.
go, okay. Okay, so you cast it on Karee'ch, and he's washed over with this blue light, and you watch as the orb kind of flickers, jolts a little, and then fizzles out.
And then you also watch as the Spider-Man jumps and is now staring at you like, what the fuck did you just do?
Karee'ch,
They're looking
Karee'ch,
very unsettled
Karee'ch.
across all three of you.
Karee'ch, there was someone casting scrying on you. I just wanted to make sure that this conversation remains private. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
What?
You
Oh
see
no.
him just kind of looking around. He's been scried on in his own home.
Oh no. If they know where we are, we...
Scrying.
You can only see 10 feet around him.
But they know what his family look like.
True, but if they can do this, what else can they
Well,
do?
no, it's
They
not,
don't know
because
what his
if
family
Adynn-
look like, because if they're not within 10 feet of him, they can't see it.
It's only
But-
just you.
Oh, it's
you
just
came
come
out
up
of the villa.
now.
It's only just
Okay.
come up now, so they've only seen that we're in a wee.
You've
thing
just you caught it as it spawned effectively above him.
In fact, another question then, when it comes to scrying as well, is it only you can see the person and the 10 feet around them? Or do you know whereabout on the world they are when...
No,
It's
it would
cast
just be like seeing its immediate vicinity and hearing
Right, okay.
what it can hear effectively within 10 feet of it. So Estella and Dracera would have been caught in that, so it would have been able to see Estella and Dracera as well, but not Heliodor.
Yay!
Karee'ch doesn't know that though, so he's still looking a bit more panicked.
It's
Mm.
okay, Karee'ch. It was only there for a moment.
Do not know where they are?
We,
Very unlikely.
yeah. But that's not to say that they'll eventually find out.
Hmm.
Sorry, there's some middle-aged nonsense going on outside.
I say that we can. It'll be fine. Just. Do we stay here for a couple more days, Karee'ch?
I told Dati we would.
Then I think we should.
Because if she is not willing to travel by teleportation,
Why not?
when the only types of magic you have seen have been natural and harmful, you grow not really to trust much magic.
Alright, but given the circumstance, it might be a good idea to maybe...
Listen. I'm sorry, I should have explained beforehand. Stress is a killer of my race. People of my kind do not cope well with stress, especially not mothers looking after their kin. If we were to do that to her, I don't know how badly that would affect her. She would grow physically sick.
Whoa.
Like
Okay.
that.
You breathe real heavy into the mic there, bro.
Apologies.
That's...
Okay.
I understand you come from places where magic is common and normal. It is not out here.
Okay.
I have started to somewhat understand magic. She has not. I have only learned that because of the last year or so I have been out with everyone here.
Right.
And I refuse to put that sort of pressure on her. Especially considering we have just asked her to up and move from her home that she expects to die in.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
True, but would you prefer her to go through an uncomfortable situation and be stressed and potentially, yes, be in pain, or I don't know what happens to your kind when you do get stressed, but would you prefer the risk, or would you prefer that risk, or the risk that somebody is going to turn up to the home?
I'm trying to keep her as comfortable as I can. And if her preference is that keep her less stressed are that we travel on foot, then that is what I choose.
I'm going to give you one more point, and then if you still disagree, I'll drop it. But would she prefer to live with you and her children in Arda, or in Arda quickly, and potentially go through some stress, or risk a very large number of horrific people coming into her home and killing her children and you and her here?
Jesus Christ!
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but this is damn serious. And if they're looking for that, and they come here, at least we know we have an army of people. I don't know. I don't know. There's just
Heliodor, regardless, we
Mhm.
need to stay here for 7 days before we can go even to start with. Regardless, we are here for time.
May I suggest something? Okay, as Karee'chs said, we have at least 7 days before we can join. In the next few days, we keep talking about it. We make sure that his family are all happy and secure and ready to go. Also, I'd like to make a point of we should probably remove any evidence of there even being a key here. Remove the messages, remove the warp signs, everything. Make sure that no one knows that his family have been here. And then if we decide to start walking, which is probably the option right now, we can go earlier and start walking with them at least.
The only small problem there is assistant wants to see here, remember.
Yeah, I also...
Okay, wait, Estella?
Once we message her, I believe. In fact, the assistant can travel teleport as well, can't she? Because
she's got her own ways of getting around.
Yeah. So once we have left this place, I believe she will be here immediately after.
Okay.
She will do her thing, and we can tell her in that time to get rid of any other evidence after we have left.
It's also very likely that she will not travel alone.
Kale.
I don't think she'll be willing to destroy this place after she's looked through it, because of its archaeological importance.
Okay, why don't we speak to her before then, and tell her, take all the notes you need. We'll even take Estella. You can, do the markings on the walls, make sure they're all taken account of. We save as much as we can. As much as I'd love to keep this place way it is, it's not safe to leave it in the way that it is. It's inviting someone to come and look.
Well, so far actually about this place, so far all we've discovered is that it is the resting place of something dangerous, and Heliodor points to Karee'chs' necklace, and that's not going to be here. There's not that much important or death-defying information on the walls. There's nothing, so far as I can see. I can look more further. Actually, Karee'chs has lived here his entire life. I don't think there's anything dangerous here. It's just archaeologically interesting. Not even interesting, fascinating, because it's thousands of years old. Right.
I am worried there still might be something here. And Karee'chs, if you allow us, we might just explore a little bit more without stressing your family out. I'm really sorry about that again. That was not our intention. But I want to make sure that this place is safe, that there's nothing to leave behind. Make sure that your family is comfortable, and get them on their way to a safer location. I don't want to push you or your family or anything like that. I just want to make sure that everyone here is happy.
You can still look around. Just
Thank you.
all I ask is withhold what happened beforehand.
Yes, we will. And you know what? I'll probably do some shiny tricks with the kids if that makes them happy. We'll just keep it more low key. I'm really sorry about that. We will keep it more low key.
Aye.
Yeah. Is all. If are going to say again, just say in Selren. Is all.
Okay.
They will not understand.
Okay.
They, as you have seen, they can only say hello.
That's
It's
fine.
very cute. It's a very good hello.
It's a very good hello.
Yeah, it is. We all start somewhere.
Mm.
All right.
Should probably teach them no.
We'll burn that bridge when we get
Yeah.
there.
What for no is? Shit, listen. Because I had yes. I've forgotten what no is because it's not the word I use with
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Okay,
I like Cleo.
And Neo.
Ew.
Neo.
Neo.
And then okay is Jason Derulo.
I swear to God. Okay, so you are planning to stay here because either whether you use the teleport coin or not, if you do use the teleport coin, you still have 7 days to wait here.
Hmm. What time of day
Or
is
6
it?
days because you have stayed overnight outside.
Oh yeah.
It's currently, you don't know, you're underground.
Uh,
Can you go check?
Get up there, boy.
well, no. I mean, I want to know if I have time to set up traps as Heliodor. As
Traps.
Heliodor kind of like bamps out the wagon and starts like building like spike traps and stuff. Like sticky webs are all good, but things that inflict pain are probably pretty good as well.
I mean, Dati is a trapdoor spider. She hunts by making holes in the ground. So everywhere above here is just scattered with very deep pits. So...
Dati, can I put spikes in your pits?
Oh my God.
There already are.
Never mind.
Yeah, so the outside area in her territory that she hunts in will be pretty well covered for traps. But if it is
She'll
weed
know.
through, then you don't know.
It's also the fact that Dati's land is quite. She knows when things are moving around near the trapdoors
She can feel
because
it.
of the way she set up her webs. She's got
Yeah, that's why
a
we.
trigger sense for around there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we were. That's why we teleported on the outside of the land. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Never mind. In which case, Heliodor's gonna spend his time looking around.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Are you assisting Heliodor, or are you going in the other room? What are you up to?
Estella is holding on to Dracera's arm.
Oh. Okay.
We're having
Love a chat.
a time trademark.
Salad. Should we go to the other room?
Take a
Yeah.
bath and chat in the bath.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I've just taken the water, you know.
Oh, don't little hint. Don't stand in the bottom left corner of room. Is all I would suggest.
Why?
Well, what do you think? We
Toilet.
Tired.
Heliodor probably touched it. Then.
There's water coming.
Heliodor probably stuck his hands in it. Yeah.
There's water coming into and out of the room. What do you think? What do you think the drainage is for?
Thank you for the heads up.
Remember, you don't shit
Heliodor.
what you eat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Heliodor sanitizes his hands.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Can I come and wash my hands? Wash hands, leaves.
It comes into your home, rummages around in the toilet, no explanation, and leaves.
Oh no, that's what I did.
Pretty much, yeah.
No.
Okay.
Gotta get your hands dirty.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ilidor, you do you with your holes.
You got this.
Karee'ch, where are you going?
Karee'ch is going to go back to his wife and kids.
Okay.
Because he's going to have to try and give an explanation that to not stress them out even further. Because she's kind of stressed right now.
No.
As you turn the corner, you see the 3 kids, but Dati is not there. Your smallest. Oops. That's a template. Whoops. Your smallest, Tati, comes skittering over to you and tells you that Mama has gone hunting.
You'll kind of give a smile and like just pick them up and just pull them into another hug. But he's all fine.
The kids seem adamant to show you their drawing skills on the walls whilst you
At this point,
are you gonna give them the rings? Because you have them.
Karee'chs is going to give them the 3 doodle rings. Like, listen, I have these for all of you. I have these for all of you.
And he'll stand around and look at you
He thinks
excitedly.
looks into his bag and pulls out just like the 3 rings in one hand. He says, "Okay, now these are very special. You put them on finger like this. It's called a ring." He's speaking in Sylvan.
Yeah. Your 2 eldest put them on. Your youngest puts it on. It's very big.
And then he's got to take it off of Tati's finger, and then like pinch 2 of them gently together and slide them over 2 fingers, so that it fits on.
He's too big, Papa.
Too big now, but we'll grow into it.
They're kind of waiting for an explanation, but they're all looking at
I need to
the
look
rings
up
with
what
excitement. It'll be in your whispers.
I think it is in my whispers.
Magic wooden ring is covered in splotches of charcoal, ink, or paint, regardless of how well or often it is cleaned. Whilst wearing the ring on a finger, you can touch that finger to a solid surface and begin to draw. The drawing uses your finger to make marks as if it were a piece of charcoal, an ink quill, or a paintbrush, your choice. The marks you make can be in any colour. Any drawing you make with the ring can easily be smudged or washed away without leaving any marks behind. The ring can have up to a total 5 square feet covered in drawings at any time. Drawing more than this begins to erase the previous marks, and any mark left after 24 hours is magically erased.
I'll say that he'll take before he gives it back to Tati. He'll put Tati's one on his finger and give a demonstration of just see, and he starts drawing a little picture of the 3 of them.
The kids start going wild and start drawing all over the floor and on the pillars, and there is just colour everywhere. They begin just painting across all of the stone that they can get their hands on, giggling away, talking to each other, telling each other, "Oh, look what I can do," and painting like a very crude looking picture of Karee'chs or like some leaves or a tree. One of them tries to draw the sun, but the sun is just sort of like they've made it the wrong color, and they try and figure out how to make it the right color, and they kind of scribble over the top of it. It's messy, but it doesn't seem to be leaving any permanent marks. And they are delighted.
With that, he's just gonna sit down. He's just gonna sit and watch. That's always he's
Watch
just
the
sitting and
kids
watching.
painting. So, we move back over to Stella and Dracera. Is Heliodor coming with them, or is Heliodor staying where he is?
I mean, Heliodor said, "I'm gonna keep looking around," and then those two were like, "We're gonna go talk." So Heliodor thinks they're
I'll
gonna
leave you to
go
it.
have a convo. Let that happen.
Okay.
Heliodor knows that Estella did something, but I think Heliodor is kind of going. Dressera will tell me later.
Yeah.
Like, this is fine. I'm in
Oh,
an
wait, man.
archaeological wonder right now.
Yeah. You're just having a stellar time looking at the stonework. So I'll leave
I'm
you to
having-
that for the time being, and we will come back to
Yeah.
you. Dressera and Estella, you walk into the washroom, and there's this sort of the gentle trickle of water. You're alone. It's quiet.
Stella, how are you doing?
They speak telepathically. The amulet said modify memory.
Dressera,
Roll me an Arcana check to see if you know what that is.
me.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Please.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Another nat 20!
Holy shit!
Boy, Dressera's on her, like, highest level of IQ, like, blue waves, brain moment.
As the daughter of a fae who meddles with the mind quite regularly, you have a strong understanding of what that spell does. And the effects of modify memory can be permanent.
She freezes up and is unable to speak for a moment. And I can reply
You can indeed.
Mhm.
So, hang on. So the necklace gives the effect of modifiability. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something that he feels is so real, but it's not actually there. And judging from what I'm thinking, it's probably pretty obvious.
Well, it doesn't have to be that. It could be anything rationally. I mean, so his past could be utterly different from what he believes is true.
With a natural 20, you understand that modify memory usually can only affect the memory of something that happened in the last 24 hours, unless it is cast at a significantly higher level. This is god level magic. This is used for, at 9th level it can be used to adjust any period of time, no matter how long it has been.
I might suggest rolling. I don't know what to roll for, but in terms of what has been affected by the modified memory, do you know what I mean? Like, would she be able to work something out?
I'll let you roll. I'll let you pick between Wiz and Intelligence. So pick between Wisdom and Intelligence and roll a straight roll on one of those two.
Oh boy, it's gonna have to be Intelligence because my whiz is terrible. Yeah. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, there's the obvious thought. The first thought that comes is, how much of this life has been falsified. Does he remember anything before, like, Arda? Has that all been changed? You don't know how far back this goes. You don't know how much this has affected him. But you know that he's been wearing this long before he joined Arda.
But it kind of affected his family, though, right?
Well, no, I mean, it could have affected it, since it doesn't technically mean that any of them are real.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning that the illusion is so strong that he might just think that they're just his family, and he's probably never even had this sort of family before.
No, but we can see them as well.
I think it affects other people around as well.
Your memory of what you had described to you by Heliodor when it was identified is that it can project illusions that are so realistic they cannot be determined from real life, unless determined with a spell that detects life.
Mm-hmm.
This means that it can affect more than just the wearer. It will be anyone in the presence of those illusions.
So what you're suggesting is that his family aren't real.
That is what I quickly thought instantly after seeing the spell. It doesn't mean that it is. It could be something else, but that's the first thing that I thought, because of what I've known from Karee'chs. I don't know anything else other than his family.
Okay. She places her hands on her forehead and is visibly extremely stressed.
I don't want him to know about this.
Oh god. Okay. Well, I don't have any way of testing this, but I agree we shouldn't. I don't think we should tell him. Not for now, at least. I mean, this is going to kill him. If this is real, this is going to kill him.
I say, we let him enjoy what he has right now.
But that's. I mean, this has got to have been a long amount of time. We're talking years of being down here by himself, just pretending that he has this perfect life when really no one's there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right. I agree with you. I'm just imagining if I was told the same thing. We have to work this out officially. But even if we do, I mean, what do we do then? Do we just keep this to ourselves?
I feel like the time will come when we would need to explain this.
Okay.
I am just thinking of how everyone has someone. You have Dolan. Heliodor has his grandparents. Even though I haven't seen my family in years, I still see my dad, even though he's not the same person he was before. If we tell him now, he will have or he will at least think that he has no one.
You're right. I think we keep it between ourselves for now. We should probably tell Heliodor to give us maybe some more insight. But if he's going to go and tell Karee'chs, we
That's
can't
why
risk that.
I didn't really want to tell Heliodor because of that.
Yeah. But he might be able to offer some good insight.
Just for
Okay.
now, I think
Yep.
support Karee'chs.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Ooh, okay, that is so rough. But yeah, we'll work around this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's always going so well. At all times. Okay. Right. And on another note, how are you doing?
Oof. I've been better years ago.
Yeah.
Just
And,
a lot of things going through my mind.
Do you want to talk about it?
You see Estella kind of like hold their hands like, should I talk about it? I feel like if I talk about it, you'll hate me even more.
I said, I think we've been through too much for me to hate you at any point.
Even if I speak about something about Laz.
She gets the whole, like, slow blink. White
It's a
man
face.
smile.
Just
Yeah.
Green
Even
again.
if it is about Laz.
He said he would help. I know. He said he would help me find my mother.
And has he helped?
I need to give him something.
What do you need to give him?
Something that belongs to me. And I'm debating if I should, since he hasn't really how do I say he hasn't really let me down on this sort of things. Like he's giving me this thing that, you know, I've asked for, this power. So he will tell me. It's just
Estella,
what yep.
you don't need Laz to feel powerful. You're good enough on your own.
It is what's helped me and the party. If I didn't have this power, then I don't think I would have been able to do the things that I can do now. I wouldn't have been able to help you.
Well, remember this, Estella, you are still only young. I am ancient. You know, I've seen a lot, I've been through a lot, but compared to you, you know, you are still young. And that's okay. And you would be able to, thank you. Nice timing.
you'd
You would be able to work this out if you let yourself. And I know you want to be more helpful to the party, but you already are. You are learning every single day. And you've learned so much, you are still here. You are... a teenager in your lifespan, and you've gone this far. That is a lot. And you can make your own decisions now. I won't tell you to speak to Laz or not to speak to Laz. That is completely your decision, but I want you to know that everyone here knows you are enough.
That might be true, but even though I'm still young, my family's on a time limit. I'm scared, but I don't want to lose them.
What does he want?
He wants a memory.
What memory is that?
I don't think it's only.
No? Question mark.
Well, he did explain something to do with Adelaide. Adelaide? Yes.
That was before
Something-
Drosera's time.
Yeah. It's someone who spoke to me. He wants me to give him a memory that something that she's told me, which is, I think, good, since that memory didn't make me feel really happy. It's not a good memory for me, but I would say it's what made me accept Laz's deal.
What was the contents of that memory?
That I'm not good enough.
This person told you that.
Well, I'm not good enough. That I'm not strong enough to defend my party. So
She thinks for a minute as to the significance of that memory. He obviously wants it for a reason. And again, it is completely your choice whether you give him this memory. And it sounds like an awful one, to be honest with you. But it is a memory that has made you the person you are today.
but I'm scared.
You don't have to do it.
But I also want my mother to know where my mother is.
We are going to help you. We know the location of where she is, and I've spoken to her as well. And I know we're on a time limit. I know you're scared, but we are going to do something. We will find her, okay?
Yeah, okay.
She brings Estella into a tight hug.
So many hugs today.
Yeah. Plant hug.
I think they are required.
And Desert notices how tall Estella's gotten as well.
Hunched over.
Stella, you
my
noticed
God.
that Drosera's gotten taller.
Oh, you're no longer tiny petite.
Well, I'm the TXL at this point.
Yeah, she's still pretty
Yeah.
small, but she's not like.
Still
She
probably
may-
the
No,
4
they
foot
even, like-
range.
Yeah, she may have like grown maybe an inch or two, but it's a noticeable difference because her head was down here and now it's slightly further up, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, you can just like, oh look, pat the head. You're taller.
Where was that height comparison chart?
To update
You're gonna
it
have to
because
update
Stella's
it.
changed.
Yeah.
Mm.
fuck.
Well, it seems like we're both growing. In a way. And can I ask you something that's not related to what you've been speaking about?
Yes.
You can say no to this question, but have you always not been able to speak?
I have spoken before.
But is it something you decide not to do?
After I've gotten a letter from my father, or of my father's death, I just couldn't speak. I couldn't muster a sound. And I don't know why, I just couldn't. And it's always been like that since.
Thank you for telling me. And I hope one day you get your voice back.
That'll be very strange. But yes, hopefully.
Okay. Well, we'll let Heliodor do what he needs to do, and then we'll have a word with him as well. And whatever the outcome is, we're going to pull through together.
Yep.
Okay?
Mhm.
Okay? Okay?
Mhm.
Good.
Mhm.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you okay, by the way?
Stressed? But okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Very
okay.
stressed. Yeah, but we're going to be amazingly okay.
Fucking delusional. What are you using?
Yeah. This is delusional positivity. You ever heard of it?
No, we're okay. We're okay.
We're okay.
Good
I'm
God.
telling you, I'm fine.
We're okay.
Heliodor, from the other room, you can hear them both going, "We're okay." Well, you can hear Dracera
Well,
going,
you-
"I'm okay.
Dracera.
We're
Oh, no,
okay."
wasn't that whole thing telepathic? They're just staring at each other intensely.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Loud staring.
Just looking over my shoulder every now and again, like, oh, fucking hell, that's...
You just get the subtitles of very loud every now and then.
So Heliodor,
You just hear, like-
we're gonna cut back to Heliodor.
Yes, hello.
Would you like to
G'day.
roll me an investigation check, please?
I can check the chat now because I didn't want to open it or else I'd start laughing.
it's a lot. You said investigation, right?
Yes, please.
I am. Yeah. Okay. I roll a 6, I get a 14. I'm not mad about that. That's fine.
So you're looking over the stone.
Oh
and
wait, I
looking-
get advantage because it's stone.
Oh yeah.
Ha ha!
Fuck.
Ha ha! Go.
Better.
Yes.
It's
So
funny
much
too.
better.
Okay.
Seated on the floor, I was like, ah.
Are you looking for something in particular?
I am looking for I'm looking for information really. This is an old building and Heliodor is assuming it wasn't it was purpose built for that chamber, but that means that these extra chambers were for something because that means that these chambers must have been for something because why build 4 chambers and not have anything in between? Like, these are big rooms.
Yeah.
And Heliodor wants to see if he can kind of figure out what kind of purpose each room was, if it had any at all, and if it didn't have a purpose, what the fuck? Why are there 4 rooms for this one thing?
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of running your hands over the stone, trying to gauge sort of what each room was made for. This one is particularly difficult because it's been
tree.
collapsed into by tree roots. However, as you're kind of making your way around and like feeling across the stone, this stone is incredibly thick, and at one point you kind of get to an area where the stone has split, so there's a big old crack, and you kind of start to poke a bit deeper, see if you can find anything. And
I'm poking in the crack. Lovely.
wow, you poke
Sorry.
you poke one of your tools in there to see how deep this goes, and you shut up, and you
So sorry.
you feel the end of the chisel kind of scrape against metal,
Oh.
and you kind of pull out like a lantern or a candle, and you sort of light it up a little and have a look. It looks like these walls are lined with metal.
Can I identify what kind of metal?
From where you are currently, no. Or at least the feeling of it feels like metal. then again, it's not like your fingers touching it. So you're
Yeah, like
gauging
how-
it based on what you can scrape.
Is this crack like arm width, like I'm putting my arm in and then my chisel is touching the metal, or is it like I can just get my chisel in to touch it?
You can get your hand in there, but it's far too tight the further down it goes.
In which case, Heliodor is going to make his tools. Is going to turn his tools into his smithing tools. We'll just kind of like flick it up in the air. It spins and it lands back in his hand as a smithing tool, and he's basically just going to try and scrape a piece of metal, scrape some of this metal off if he can.
Okay.
And is just gonna take it out so that he can see if he can identify it.
You start kind of wheeling in and scratching across the metal or whatever this material is that's beyond the stone. And you get sort of shreds of something as you pull it back out. And inspecting it with your roll, it's lead.
Wow. Wow.
You're getting the impression that this setup, this whole place down here, is like a nuclear bunker. This place was initially made to withstand something horrible. If it withstood the reconstruction,
Hey, fix this fucking lead.
it explains the size of this kind of section of building, you could say, that may have once been on the surface and has since been buried. But the fact that it's not super massive, it's not a huge space. It looks like it could house maybe 70-something people.
So this really feels like an emergency bunker.
Yeah, that has been repurposed. It
So
also
this was-
explains the writing that you got on the walls.
Did that look like handwritten, like it was by multiple people have written this, or like it's somebody who's gone, I need to write this down, and has just gone a bit stir crazy?
You didn't see the writing because two sets of the writing were
is it the-
invisible.
Oh no, I mean the stuff that I could see
The
in
stuff
that
you could
that
see was
chamber.
was hand carved. Yeah.
Okay. I think Heliodor looks around a bit and just like feels a little more somber about this place. Like, this is where, like, the thoughts going through his mind are like, this is where a lot of people hid, people were scared, people were terrified, this was their last resort. They might not have known this would work. Like, I'm ignoring the chat as well, oh dear. And kind of feeling bad that it is quite so run down. I guess Heliodor is gonna.
I mean,
Heliodor will assume that
from
will
what
go
you can see, it's served its purpose.
entirely, but it's still sad. It, like, you know, when you see like documentary reruns of people being back in like places where they hid from disaster. It's like, this is a place that is, it's sad that it had to be used. Glad it was there, very good, but the reason it had to be there, like the fear that was felt here, all of that is just kind of like what's running through. I think Heliodor's thinking about the city of Violet Gold, like the fear of people having to flee beneath it, because people were fleeing beneath it to the religious chamber beneath. Like, that's, I think he's kind of thinking like that, like, your home is being destroyed, where do you go? You go down here. which is a lot to feel in like one moment. But yeah, okay. That's. I feel like that's probably all Heliodor's gonna get from that room. Can I have a look in the main room that we came in?
Roll
As
me
well.
another investigation check.
Yay! Whee!
As you make your way down,
Oh, I collide with walls.
as you make your way down, the whole of the main room is just this mass of color.
Whoa!
It is beautiful. It's bright and colorful, and there's childish drawings everywhere. And the kids are. One of them is on the ceiling, drawing on the ceiling. Two of them are kind of climbing up the walls and trying to get into the corners because they want to cover every available space. But as you watch as they're kind of painting, some of the drawings that were on the floor are beginning to kind of swipe away. As if they're not quite able to get through all of that. But you're watching this color kind of spread and snake its way around the room. They seem pretty occupied. And Karee'chs sat on the floor, kind of directing them, like, "Oh, you missed a spot," and the kids are scuttling over, scribbling on it, even if it's just like smearing color all over it.
He's like leaning his forward in the corner, just sat there. He's watching up all this going on, and you can feel like the joy coming from this man right now as he's just sat there watching this.
He looks like he's having a lovely time.
Yeah, I think Heliodor kind of like looks at it all. Like, oh. Heliodor's immediate thought goes to his niece, Garnet. Just like, she's gonna have a great time meeting these kids.
You should have asked her if we had a fucking washing machine there. You've done it a lot.
Okay, investigation check for me, please.
Yarp, and because it's stone, I get advantage. Yay! Even better.
Bloody mountain dwarves. Okay, so you are investigating. Are you looking for the same sort of thing, or are you looking for something else?
Well, Heliodor, I think from that room has kind of figured out that the whole thing is a nuke bunker. Like this is. So Heliodor now is, I think he's looking for things that would seem out of place in an emergency bunker, or not out of place, but like is looking for things that might have been added by the people who were here. Like they added that writing. Heliodor wants to see if he can find anything else like that. Wants to see if he can find any more writing, if he can see potentially personal possessions, like if he can find anything in the rubble that might be there. Like Heliodor knows that the kids are here, but like, and like people have been living here for a while, but like they might not have dug deep and had a look around. So Heliodor wants to see if there's anything left like that.
I need to quickly scrub through my notes. Give me a hot second.
Wow, your kids are so cute. Zadabubu.
I know.
So, did you want them to? I can't remember if we decided if you wanted them to go to the city of Violet Gold at some point.
Karee'chs' first thought was taken back to Arda. After a while, if we can take him to the city of Violet Gold, it would be a much bigger walk than going to Arda right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a month or so instead of a couple weeks.
No, this one is a month going to
Arda.
Arda.
In which case it's probably like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. So you would rather take the shorter time to get him to Arda, and if they were going to take him to the city of Violet Gold, he would want to try and convince them to use magic to go. He wouldn't want to try and convince them to walk that distance unless they had another method of it.
I mean, if they're at Arda, these lot are going to be exposed to some sparkly magic. As he kind of like says sparkly magic, a little louder for the children. You know, and it might just...
That is what was hoping, at the least.
And also, when they get to the city of Violet Gold, the entire thing is a giant sparkling gemstone. So
I noticed that when I go in front door. I find it very difficult to focus on much for first little while. I noticed.
I'm
I would
glad you find it
also.
beautiful.
Oh, Gail, it is very beautiful place. I
Thank
would
you.
just, if I was going to take my family there, I would want to give notice first.
Oh, of course. I can just send a message to the matron, and everything
Yeah.
can be arranged.
Gail. At the minute though, I want them somewhere I know. I have been to city. I have not spent as much time in the city as I have at Arda. It's somewhere I know more.
So what you're saying is we need to go on a vacation, and we need to go stay for a little bit, for just a little bit longer. You know, we can do that.
I know for a fact that like this borough, Arda is a bunker.
And so is the city of Violet Gold. It is giant and buried deep beneath the ground. Also, Estella is just
But it does have
having a
buildings, though.
starry moment.
Hey, the stars! But also there is a big hole in the center of
In the center? Oh, aye, but equally, that's like how there's a hole in the ceiling here. Like, there's a hole here, there's a hole there,
little holes.
and also I know that your wife and your kids, and probably you as well, would prefer to be in something more like a tunnel. So we could have one of the decommissioned mines converted for you.
That would be appreciated.
And when I say converted, I mean it's probably like asking what you want in there and then put. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want one of the kids like playing past
Finding a
finding
a barrel of black powder.
Okay, as you're talking, you're kind of partially keeping an eye out. You notice Mare is kind of looking at you as if it's trying to get your attention.
Bear with me, Mare. It
Bear
requires
with
my
me,
assistant. And Heliodor turns around and goes over to Mare. Hi, darling. Can you feel something up? Are you alright? Do you need a diagnostic?
Mare kind of leads you towards the little counter that's been set up for where Karee'chs
Oh, the food.
usually does their food, yeah. And kind
the
of
cooking.
nudges its head underneath the counter.
You don't eat, so why are you looking under there? And Heliodor has a look.
You can see across sort of like the paneling along the bottom of the stone, very small, faded writing.
Heliodor squints to try and read it. Is this in any kind of language? I understand. I
It's,
speak Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, Taral, Selran, and Palms.
it's in Selraki.
Fuck! Heliodor tells Mare to go and get Dracera and Estella. Not, well, yeah, both of them. Like, Karee'chs, would you like to have a look at some weird writing, or would you prefer to stick it with your kids?
You see from where he's at, he stiffens up.
Stay with the kids.
He's been facing away from you the whole time. Like he's facing down towards the entrance, watching his kids. Which is it, as a...
You stay with the kids. I think it's just one of their scribbles. It's fine.
It's just a hand up, just a...
Thank you very much.
He's not doing that. He's not doing that if you want it.
No.
Dracera,
such
from
an-
in the washroom, you hear this loud kind of thumping, and Mare just plops himself down in the doorway.
Aw.
Hello, Mare.
Sound effects provided by our end.
Excellent.
Uh,
Pat him bottom in the head.
Mare kind of wiggles their head a little bit before standing up and beginning to walk back the way they came before stopping and looking at the two of you.
I'm going to take that as a clear sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a sign, it's a sign, it's a sign.
Just stop your crying. It's a son's time.
So you are brought to where
You
Heliodor is stood.
You find Heliodor lying on the floor on his belly in front of this writing,
Not again.
just like staring at it through like he's pulled like one of the goggles down and like flipped a couple like magnifying glasses in front of it like. Okay, so I found some funky writing and I think it's Silraki. Can you read?
I can translate funky writing. Yes.
I can write it in big for you, and Heliodor like starts like writing it in normal size lettering.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Because it is minuscule and so faded that it's difficult to read.
I am so glad I have a mechanical bear.
So as you copy it down and pass the paper to Dracera, Dracera, you read, take this place as a sign. We killed ourselves with war, and the danger contributed heavily. Do not make our mistakes, lest the World Weaver deems you unfit for life, as they did for us.
Okay. I have no idea.
I love how
what you
that
said, my
that
friend.
just came up on stream. Discord shitting itself at the worst time. Oh, ripperoni.
Oh.
I don't read the language, Heliodor.
That's just in English.
No, it's in another
not-
language.
Oh, you've got it set to Dwarven? Bro, put it in common.
Yeah, it's because you're DM. You
I can understand.
There you go.
Ah,
There you go. Okay, welcome back.
I'm so
There
sorry.
you go.
Right as you said, right, just like. Wait, put it in common? Was it not?
It wasn't in common.
No,
It's in
What was
Sylvan.
it in? Oh, oh.
no, I can read Sylvan.
But it was in like a bootleg Sylvan. I don't think it was in the right Sylvan.
Oh, well, I thought it would just put it in chat, and then I saw it was coming up with speech bubbles, and I was like, beautiful, let's keep
Beautiful,
going.
yeah.
But literally, just as you said, like, the beautiful bit of like, and as Tricera, as you read the words, immediately Discord cut out, and I was like,
Do you want
"No!"
me to reread the words?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can
Take
you
this
do it
place
slowly?
as a sign.
Yes.
We killed ourselves with war,
We killed ourselves with war.
and the danger contributed heavily. Do not make our mistakes,
What were your fucking mistakes?
Or
lest the World Weaver deems you unfit for life, as they did for us.
As the world.
The
Weaver,
World Weaver.
Weaver deemed you unfit for life. Shit.
That's what the reconstruction was.
And it caused you to
Bless you.
sneeze.
Oh,
I mean, it's very interesting and archaeologically fascinating. Not what I was expecting. No.
Can I recognize whether these are different handwritings or the same?
This one and the one that was carved on the wall in the washroom are the same handwriting.
Okay.
So the invisible script was different.
The invisible script was different.
Ooh. Wow, these are fucking depressing.
We've came to Chris home and all we found suddenly is just Fallout Sif.
Fallout Sif.
Intensely depressing slogans all throughout your house.
You,
You see, this is why we don't fucking read.
as you're discussing this, you see Darty making her way back down from the entranceway, and she has like the equivalent of like an elk, just laid over the back of her carapace, and she's smiling. So
Wow.
she seems quite content with that hunt, and brings it in, and she immediately kind of, wow, as she sees the room covered in color. Oh, you're
Karee'chs
so
is gonna get
talented,
up and
and
go
she
over.
just immediately is buzzing over the kids.
I know. I gave them these little rings. See, they do the draw with them.
And kids are busy scribbling, and she gives you a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. This beautiful gift, darling. Thank you.
He's just gonna sit in her arms. He's not gonna leave. He's just gonna stay there again. Big woman picks him up. He's not moving. He's not leaving.
Sarah is like not even looking at the family. She's incredibly uncomfortable.
She asks you, Karee'chs. She was like, "So your friends, they eat like we do?"
All except Trasera, Gloy.
I
She only eat vegetable and fruits, plants.
Okay, you.
I have those. I have those.
She nods. She says, "I bring other hunt, but I think it might scare them."
What is?
Like
If not-
like the small one.
She has a fucking dwarf. Oh my god.
What?
Bring the dwarf. Bring the dwarf. Oh my god.
Wait,
I fucking love it.
for real? On God?
Remember when Karee'chs said he doesn't hunt sentients? He goes hops at his wife. Hunts through tremor sense.
Yep.
She doesn't know what's on the top.
If there was a person, then a person is dinner.
Bring in the dwarf.
In saying that, how do we know
very
that
good.
this person who's been nabbed wasn't trying to follow us?
Heliodor.
Well, I
is-
guess we'll never know.
And do I bring, or will it scare them?
I would say for the minute, leave that aside.
I prepare it and bring in later.
He gives a kind of nod, but he leans up next to her, kind of quieting his voice a bit. People up above do not hunt other sentients. People who can talk, think, like motion to himself and over to them. I understand through a way of hunting, but for them is very no. Very no, very.
Very no.
But
Oh my God.
It is yes for us.
I know he's only. I would say keep away from it right now.
We shouldn't be mean. We should experience your culture.
It is child.
You know, you dirty. You want to eat more?
It is child with beard and pretty dress.
It's a child. It's
Well, she thinks that you're a child, so
oh,
I said with beard, so it's likely a dwarf with a big bushy beard that's been
and a
running through the
dress.
woods.
Oh,
I bring dress. I show you. Very
I
pretty.
put elk down for now. You go show me what hunting. Okay?
She turns and pulls the elk off. Effortlessly, this entire fucking whole ass creature, she just whomp and pulls it onto the floor, and the kids all skitter over and start poking it because of course they were, they're kids.
I think I understand why Karee'chs likes that woman.
And she gestures for you to follow her, Karee.
He'll, if the others are looking over, you'll like motion as like a 1 minute. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
You're taking a few kind of pathways down one of her routes that she usually hunts down, and you see a corpse of a dwarven person, sort of short red hair, and quite a big kind of well-groomed beard, wearing very familiar looking uniform.
Kind of uniform?
Black and purple. It's a pretty dress. Can I wear? It's nice. It feels nice.
Person me is forgetting colours. That is
Harboring a uniform.
That is
I
harboring.
was thinking that. Karee'chs is looking at it and he's like,
I keep territory safe, and we get food. She seems very, very proud of herself.
how often do catch people wearing that? It's first time?
No.
How often?
She seems to think for a while. Many cycles. Takes time.
Tell what? I take this for a minute. The rest I give back after, okay?
I get to wear.
For now.
Uh-huh.
For when he means that, he means when they're not up on the surface or thing around anywhere.
Make it to something that fits me.
I will do my best to.
She smiles.
Yeah, and he's gonna look, and I'm guessing he'll use the clothing, but what he's not gonna use is if he's gonna make something for her, he's gonna take off all the symbols off of it, and he'll take the colours and he'll unpick the symbols, take it out, and probably move the colouring around so it doesn't look exactly like one of their robes.
Yeah. She seems content with that, and she leaves you to the corpse. We are going to take a quick break.
You bastard, headache.
So we'll be back in like 10-15 minutes, so we'll see you very, very shortly. Okay, welcome back. Alright,
Wow.
so we return to Karee'chs. Just as Darty is leaving, what would you like to say to her?
In fact, actually, Daddy,
Yes.
actually do bring this one, because it has been described to a couple of them that this does happen in our culture. It would be better for me to talk with them about it, to show, to let know, just let know when we go to other place with Arda,
Yes.
we will not be able to do this. But they have food there. We do not need to hunt when we go there.
No hunting. She looks at you with this look of confusion.
They they have different methods of gathering food, farming, where they grow, they raise animals for this.
And I do not hunt them.
They can bring food. They have food there.
It is not safe to take food from strangers.
But they are not strangers. Once introduced, they are friends, remember?
She seems on the fence about that idea, but she relinquishes it and sort of nods, and she hauls the dwarven figure up onto her carapace.
If take it over to them, and I will. If you want to go with the children, I can have a talk with them about it.
Is it bad?
In their culture, Geo.
Okay.
But if I was even not to know before, meet them.
Okay, I bring. She begins scuttling back down the tunnel.
He falls after.
The three of you watch
Yes.
as Darty
Oh, wait.
returns.
If I might interject,
Of course.
while they were gone, as they were leaving, Heliodor wanted to be like, Drusilla, are you okay? You just, you're not. I don't know. They came in and you didn't want to learn. Are you okay?
I'll explain it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Later's probably best.
Fair enough. Let's go make shiny things, and I guess we spend the rest of our time entertaining children with shiny things.
You do indeed. Darty and Karee'chs enter back in. There's a shape on her back. The first thing you notice is the colours. You see black and
Ooh.
purple.
Flashbacks of the mine.
As Karee'chs is looking at you, as he goes, finger, kind of a little bit subtly,
Just don't say anything. And she pulls a dwarven man off of her back and lays him on the floor.
If he is it down this end of the room or is it over
Yeah,
this
it's down
end of the room?
down the end.
Right, okay. And he's going to wave them to come over, and then kind of take that his hand as like, you sit with the children for a little bit. I need to have talk with them about this.
And Darty takes the kids over and starts talking to them, and you can hear them being like, "Can't we go and poke it?" Kind of like that. They want to go and see what the hunt is. But Darty insists, sort of, "Come with me. Come and talk with me." And they move into a quiet corner whilst you four have a talk.
Okay. So two things. First thing, ignoring the obvious of what the importance of what they're wearing means,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I have spoken at least with you two about this before. That I do not hunt sentience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That, on the other hand, is a bit different.
Is Alda aware of this?
The hunting?
Aye.
I have just spoken with her about that. That
N-
it is not
no.
something
Okay.
I have spoken. It is. I am not always aware of what she would hunt
Mm-hmm.
due to her methods, especially when I would be out hunting in what you would consider a more traditional method.
Aye.
That form of hunting is not my strong suit.
Okay.
Mhm.
Karee'chs, has she found?
Hmm?
Okay.
Which is all three of us sat awkwardly like, there is more. Okay, yep, keep going, keep going.
Yes.
No, I'm listening. I'm sat.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of looks down at the body and is like, I think 2 is rather obvious.
Yep.
3, she says this is not the first time.
That's
someone that has these colors.
Heliodor is is already like his face is drained of color. It seems to get paler. Like this is Heliodor's face is just covered in concern. Like, whoa.
And they've assumingly consumed a Harbinger?
I would very much think so at this point. Yeah.
We need to check them for warp.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna take out something. I'm not gonna touch this body. Fuck that. It's like it's like a wasp sting. Even though it's dead, it can still sting you, right?
Yep.
Um.
Heliodor will help you in what you're doing if it's like a physical investigation.
Yeah, I'm just deciding what to use. In the
You're wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you are.
You
right,
have
Glenn.
leather gauntlets on.
And it doesn't look like there are any obvious signs of warp. Like it's not like
Yeah.
patterned on their
You
face or
can't
anything,
you
right?
can't see any warp on them.
Okay.
From
so,
where you're stood currently, just looking
where
at
we
them.
stood. Okay, but you said that out.
Yeah.
Can I just I've got a crowbar. Apparently I got 2 crowbars, right?
It's gonna
Okay.
take a crowbar to a
In the
corpse.
bag of holding, I've just checked around it. I've got 2 crowbars.
Pulls out the crowbars and starts kind of.
Well, I'm gonna start moving. The
This one's for
clothing.
heavy work. This one's for fine work.
Dati says she would like the clothing from it.
How rough does this body look, by the way? Is there blood all over the clothes? Like, has this thing fallen down and broken its legs and died from bleeding out? Like, what? Like, is there any
investigate-
obvious
or
signs of...
medicine. I need you to
death?
make a medicine check.
Oh, I'm
won't do
shit at
that.
medicine.
If you want to ask Karee'chs,
Greek? How did this dwarven fellow die?
I'm gonna have a guess that he's gonna lean down and move part of their beard to see if there's a pair of fang holes in their neck. I'm guessing,
Roll me a medicine check.
Oh,
because that's how he normally expects her to hunt like that.
Well, you did just say that there are a bunch of holes everywhere, so I could have fallen down a hole.
But they only open from one side.
So she can
oh.
snap out
Oh.
or grab something and pull it down.
It's not like just a bunch of holes all over the place. It's like when we came in the front door where it's a trap door.
Yeah,
So when there's
yeah.
something up there, just up, snatch down.
I thought it was like really well concealed, like leaf pit traps, and they fall in, and then Dati can access it. And
Oh,
cool.
and,
Wow!
wow, too many
Wow,
nat
shit,
20s, what the
20s, yeah, we are wasting these 20s.
fuck? Yeah, when the time
Good.
comes and you need them, god damn.
We're gonna.
Oh yeah, I never rolled nat 20 in combat.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
So you lift up the beard and look, and you can see this kind of dark greenish mark, and 2 quite large punctures, one in sort of the jugular area and one in the trachea. Very
he's gonna open his
fast-acting
mouth.
poison. Very fast.
It's a venom, not a poison, as to say. But it's like he will open his mouth and his own 2 fangs will just come down. Like,
I didn't know you had fangs.
do you want a closer look?
I mean, at some point, but currently there's a bigger issue. Okay.
It is a venom. So
Right.
It is very. Hers is much more potent than mine.
As you rolled a fucking nat 20, it's very likely that this venom was injected and went straight to the heart, stopped the heart, nice and quick. Doesn't seem to be any other. There seems to be a bit of a sign of struggle. There's some bruises across sort of the arms, but very, very quick death from what it looks like.
Was he traveling alone?
That he did not say, but normally if there is more than one thing in an area, she is more hesitant to hunt. Normally.
A lone wolf is easier to catch than a pack.
Kill.
Okay.
I
Well-
can ask if wish. But
Yes.
never
We'll ask later. I think that.
What kind of weaponry does this dwarf have?
A staff, a quarterstaff, and there seems to be a component pouch on the belt.
Can Heliodor put on his smithing gloves, like thick, heat-resistant gloves, and is gonna start investigating the body? Just like
Roll me an
I wanna
investigation.
see- Yeah.
I'll help.
Thank
At
you.
advantage.
Sadly, this man is not made of stone. so-
May as well be with the rigor mortis setting in.
I know. Oh no. 26.
26. So you're looking for any signs of warp?
I'm looking for warp, but I'm also looking for anything on this guy. Like, has he got a note? Has he got a special sending stone? Like, what? I'll rifle through all the pockets, and I want to see all this as much. Like, I want to look at the skin. I want to grab pouches and everything.
Okay, so you immediately you're kind of looking underneath the clothing, blah blah blah, sort of checking to see if there's any visible signs of warp. You see no visible signs of warp.
Heliodor will relay all of this as he's doing it.
Okay.
You find most of the components that sit in the component pouch seem to be based on fire-based spells.
Right.
So looking maybe like a pyromancer of some kind. He seems to be some kind of spellcaster. Maybe around your age. Doesn't seem to have any affiliation other than the Harbinger sigils on him.
I don't recognize him either, do I?
No, you don't. No.
Right. Okay.
You don't find any notes or anything of interest in terms of sort of like any directions or anything like
yeah.
that. Though you do find sort of like a ring of some money, so there is sort of 10 silver pieces on his waist.
Got 10 silver. Got 10 silver.
You're looting the body.
Yep.
Dirty sketch.
True.
With that high,
Jeez.
I'll say with that high of investigation, you can see that it's been bent open recently, which means that he's been spending money.
The pouch has been opened.
No, there's like a ring that holds like money in this
Oh,
box, like strips
yes,
of metal.
got you.
So
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
pulled the ring open to pull the metal
and
off.
taken off one. Yep. Yep.
So he's bought something recently from somewhere.
What has he bought?
Doesn't look like there's anything on him that you would be able to tell if he's bought any. There's no receipts. There's nothing.
Well,
like that.
yeah, no, yeah.
So
Hmm.
there's no other visible sort of signs of anything. You find a tattoo kind of on the upper arm of an eye.
Oh, grand.
it implies that this, like looking at it, I'd say combined with Karee'chs' fucking eyeballs of medicine, apparently, it's quite an old tattoo, but it's clearly harboring a sort of iconography,
Yeah.
which implies this guy's probably a veteran of some kind.
He's not a noob. He's not some grunt they've sent. This
No.
is.
This
But question then. Quickly.
okay.
Could a quick history check to see if we remember his face at all? From a fight, from any encounter with any of the Harbingers, if he's a guy who fucking ran away at all.
Yeah, you can roll me a history.
Because part of it is making me think, okay, we just found this Harbinger here. Someone just tried scrying on Karee'chs.
It's also not the first. Pyromancy doesn't.
I find it funny that he's a pyromancer and Karee'chs has vulnerability to fire.
Ah. Oh, that might be purposeful.
Not very
That
good.
might be purposeful.
You don't recognize him, no.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, okay, if this is a guy that we have actually seen beforehand, then we know that possibly this was a guy that might have been scrying. It's just because you're a pyromancer doesn't mean you can't have other spells as well.
Mm. Well, I think whoever's been scrying on us has been doing it for a long time and is powerful as heck.
Yeah. Can I see what kind of caster this person might have been? Like, do they have a holy symbol? Do they have like not like draconic scales or something? Like, I'm trying to determine what kind of magic this person pulls on. Like, is this a wizard? Is he learned?
Arcana check that for me, please.
Yeah, cool. Yay!
Fucking hell. Okay. I'd say that, like, the iconography of the Harbingers is the iconography of Tilo, Father of Warp, the Twilight.
Yeah.
So there's immediately
Potentially
sort of
clerical.
a god kind of representation there. But given the components in his pouch, it is implied that he's some kind of learned magic user.
Okay.
It's probably wizardry of some kind. There's not really many things that would determine a sorcerer from a wizard.
Yeah.
Unless they
Yeah.
were alive,
Spellbook.
and then you might be able to tell.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But
Does a sorcerer
just
need a spellbook, or is that just a wizard?
A sorcerer
No,
can,
just
can,
wizard.
can carry one, but there's not really.
there's not much use
Yeah.
for it because they have set spells. Wizards have books because they have to choose what they prepare for the day.
Yeah.
So
He's not carrying a spellbook.
likely a sorcerer. Okay.
Might have, for half a second, for some stupid reason. You see, when you first said the black and purple, for some reason, I mistaken the robe colours, and for some reason I was half thinking, wait, did she just kill the robe wizard?
No.
And I was like, wait, no, it's
The
not.
road
No, wait, no.
The road wizard.
No. I'd say from those fucking disgusting rolls, it would be safe to assume this guy wasn't traveling on his own. Given that
Okay.
he's a veteran, he likely has a group.
This man's not on his own. There's more.
I will be back in a minute.
A spellcaster traveling alone seems
Really
unlikely.
dumb. Yeah. When you say you're... Oh, wait, oh, God.
Well, you'll start if you're gonna ask him something quick.
Wait, okay, wait, what, immediately first, hold on. Are you going to let your family eat this person? My concern isn't for actually eating the dwarf. I do care, but I don't care because they're a Harbinger. But, like, the warp is the big thing for me. Are you...
She has
Like, I can't see any obvious signs, but... Yeah.
That is not the problem I am thinking of right now.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, she said there have been others before in these clothing that she's killed already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which means there are several people they have eaten already.
Mm-hmm. True. That's fair. Just make sure she knows she shouldn't
And
eat
this
this
was
one as
only
well.
over the last several cycles, let's say. When she
Several
said cycle,
cycles.
does she mean days or
Oh,
was meaning
yeah,
days?
She meant days, yeah.
Okay,
So
fine.
the past several days, she's caught people like this.
Well, no, it's been quite a long time since the last one came through.
Oh yeah, that's what I was meaning of.
It's like maybe a few weeks since the last
Yeah.
one she saw.
As well, because she said it was a few cycles, or maybe I picked up on that wrong, maybe.
Hmm.
So it was a while, but it was others wearing these.
Do you want Mayor to distract your children for a bit while we talk to Daddy?
That might be a good idea, because I did not tell her of importance of this simply for our own benefit to start with.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to talk to you about it first.
And
Looking to everyone else.
Heliodor kind of like, oh, hello, Mayor. Nicely done. I need you to distract the children. Be cute, be lovely, be fun. Don't hurt them, obviously. Be shiny.
Mare, like, sits over in between these two pillars and just plops himself down, makes kind of a yawn, or mimics some kind of yawn, and then just rolls over and sticks his legs in the air. And the kids are kind of pointing at him and asking if Dati will let them go and play. And she kind of, right, and they go off and scuttle over to go and try and rub him on his tummy to see if that does anything.
Fantastic.
Yes, to start, do not mention of there possibly being more. Right
Yeah.
now, first. Do not mention that first.
That's fine. Yeah.
Dati. So he's going to start making his way over, and then kind of motion everyone else to come over as well.
Heliodor. Heliodor is reticent to leave the body alone, but we'll come over. Yeah.
Do they not like me anymore, my love?
No. Nothing. They were surprised.
Bad
But
surprise.
I have told them already, so it is not as if it is big shock.
Okay.
So
She
they
puts
do
her
not
hands
hate you more.
together and kind of bows her head to you as if she's saying sorry. She goes, "Hello."
Heliodor would like to just like would like to reach up high and just kind of like
She leans down
separate
to
her-
meet you.
just like separate her hands and hold them and be like and says in common, it's okay, but obviously knows she can't see that, so wants to like try and convey it with his eyes and face, like it's okay.
He says he's okay.
She kind of tilts her head. Okay.
Yes. And Heliodor claps. Heliodor's just happy. That's
Yeah.
grand.
She
Just
says
So just kind of like shoots the quickest glance at Stella. Like,
Dwarven accents.
like
Karee'chs, like, he seems like he wants to glare a little bit at fucking Heliodor, like, no, you're not doing this. No, you're not.
It's too late. It's happening. It's happening.
Okay.
I will hunt you.
You've already said you don't do that. Go back on your word.
I never said I wouldn't do it for sport.
Whoa! That's
Oh.
okay. That's okay.
I will hunt you for sport. It's like, oh, good God. Okay.
But no, your turn is it. She says she is sorry about this, because from where we are from, it is not uncommon. We have hunting grounds, and it is what happens.
I hope, yeah, if you can just convey that it's okay and we understand. That's. I mean, at least I am. And Heliodor looks at Stella and Dracera like, I'm okay. Are you two okay with the dead body?
Karee'chs is looking over the other two right now.
Stella kind of gives him a stare, like, "Are you serious?"
Are you fucking kidding me?
you serious, my brother?
My guy.
Dude, I saw someone get decapitated. I'm fine.
Darty is looking between Estella and Heliodor, and then looks at Karee'chs and says, "I made the tall one angry."
No, and he's half laughing through saying that. No, Estella is not angry at all. No.
They looking angry.
Estella puts in subtitles. I'm okay. And so,
Selraki. No,
Selraki.
not Selraki.
Sylvan.
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 Yeah.
Fuck.
Words.
So many S. That's all I speak is S.
So they just put, I'm okay.
Okay.
Estella has had a stressful time recently.
She gently pats you on the top of the head.
Thank you.
She offers her arms out to you.
Oh, big hug. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, they're gonna go for a hug.
From Mother.
She
Very
she
nice.
leans down and effortlessly she picks you up and
Wah.
pulls you into a hug and kind of scoops one arm underneath you to sit on, while the other three kind of wrap around you.
I'm comfy.
And now you understand why Karee'chs likes it up there.
I am no longer angry.
Yeah, I am no longer angry at anything ever. Mama, hold me, I feel better. Yeah.
Oh god.
Anyway, Karee'chs, have you explained the situation? Could you please explain the situation? I think that is what I should have said.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Out of character, I'm trying to decide how to relate
Ah.
the situation. Dati, we do need to talk about something, and it is not about the hunting. Well, it is partially, but it is not because of the hunting. It is about who has been hunted. There goes the
Is it the people in the pretty dresses?
The people in the pretty dresses, they are not good people.
The people that are following you?
If say that they have been here before, I have never before mentioned of here. I'm not sure whether it was accidentally that they have come across here. It very well could be. But they are people that have done and do very bad things. Initially I was afraid for who it was who had been caught. I am to hear that even if they have been here beforehand, that they have not been problem here. If it makes sense. That is somewhat relieving.
I thought they were hunters.
They are technically hunters, but not hunters for meat. Hunters for things.
Like you.
Keo. Like what I have been doing. But they intend on using those things for very, very bad purposes. They are some of the ones who have caused a lot of pain for other people that we have been trying to help.
She looks past you at the body. And all of you can see this expression on her face. It's just sort of like it's worry.
I think Heliodor would like to just step in the way of her view. I know she's like super fucking tall, so
Yeah.
So that's not going to work. Okay.
He's gonna
okay.
walk back. He's gonna walk away towards the body and stand in front of it.
I think Heliodor just wants to try and give like a reassuring look, like it's okay.
Meat is tainted.
From these ones, it may very well be. There is low chance, but there is chance.
I bury.
Gale is good idea. We can take things from it. The
Like
dress
pretty
you would
dress.
like,
Yes.
we can take pretty. We need to change dress slightly. We need to
Okay.
change how colors it and take the small patterns off of it. But other than that, we can still keep it. Gale. Yes.
She looks at the kids, looks back at you. I heard more.
There were more. Can say roughly how many?
3.
3. Was this one at the back of all? The back
No.
of them.
They are farther out. This one come alone.
Okay, that is good. I do not know where he is. Can you?
May I make a request?
Yeah?
Darty, would you be able to check the locations of the other 3? I'm not saying attack them or anything like that. I know you have a keen sense. If you could find out where they currently are and turn.
She takes a moment to process your Sylvan, because it's not as gritty as hers, and it takes a little bit of a moment for her to figure out what
Apologies for
you're
my
saying.
cadence, man.
She tries to slow down a little bit for your sake. I find you stay. Karee'chs make food. Yes?
That would be perfect, of course.
Gale,
She
Only
points
do
at
what
the
you.
elk. Good food.
Gale.
That looks absolutely scrumptious.
You-
However, I cannot consume.
I
cannot consume.
have told her
Plants.
this already, Gale.
Yes. Thank you. Vegetation.
Just gonna bring you back
Tree.
a fucking tree.
She points to the tree in the bedroom. Like, she points down the hallway as if she's talking about the tree in the bedroom. Eat tree?
Karee'chs is gonna
I
start
can
moving
eat-
this side.
Tree.
Tree?
Tree.
Tree.
But thank you for bringing the elk. If I could eat it, I would.
Adorable.
Eat tree. I go.
That sounds absolutely fantastic.
She
We now have
smiles.
to fake eating a tree.
And she now has, like, she seems to have, like, a sense of purpose. Like, she's got something to do. So she places Estella down and kind of pats Estella on the head again. Says, I come back soon, okay? Yes.
Yes.
I be very quick. I know where they are, mostly. And
Thank you so much.
She is going to scuttle away immediately. And the kids still call out to her as she leaves. And you hear one of them go, Papa, where is Mama going?
She is going back to check on the hunting spots.
Okay. And they go back to poking man.
Nice.
They're kids, they don't care.
Violet.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's
So
Violet.
Little chicken nugget.
we're gonna expedite it a little bit, but Karee'chs, you have an elk to prepare for a meal. There is still some food left over for the kids as well, so you're able to make something.
Yeah.
And with some of your usually gathered veggies that you have on your person, you're able to make a little stew for Dracera.
Thank you for
Okay.
doing my required dietary needs. I appreciate it.
Okay, but do we want to? Do we need to? I feel like. Did you explain what happened about talking about the vegetarianism, and why she pointed towards a tree?
She was just
we
pointing at the
mentioned-
tree.
Like you two were having, Dracera and Dati were having a conversation. Did you explain what that conversation was, or no?
No,
You
he
just
never
leave
really.
Oh, okay, cool.
Tree.
Yes.
Yes. It's just that I can't eat leaves. But I mean,
Yeah,
Karee'chs cooking is a lot better than
Just-
fucking leaves.
just a cool pigeon. Maybe she's gonna be offended when she sees that the tree hasn't been eaten.
Oh no.
Leave. It's imagine Karee'chs
Maybe
making
get rid of some of the
like,
leaves.
the best vegan spaghetti ravioli, and then going to Sarah, you got to eat the plain like rice
Well, yeah.
crackers
No, what I'm saying is,
to
what
make
I'm
a woman happy.
what I'm saying is, we need to get rid of some of the leaves.
For fuck's
Just get
sake.
rid of them.
No,
Just to make it feel good.
It is okay.
You're gonna be nice to the host.
I explained to I did not give best explanation. I did not understand vegetarianism.
Right.
Is that how it go? Vegetarian.
Yep.
Vegetarian.
Yep, almost. So close. Yep. You got it. That's fine.
Respect.
I was gonna say this would be a great time to speak to Heliodor about what but you were
I mean, it is.
You want to eat those leaves to make the woman happy.
I swear. Okay, alright. We get back on topic, kids.
Fuck.
Sarah, you look like you want to have a conversation with it. Is it about those tree leaves?
Yeah.
I swear to fucking God.
Oh god.
Make tea from leaves?
Yes, you can.
Deep
And
underground tree tea?
We have drug tea.
potentially, I need to.
Do you have drug
we
tea?
We do have drug tea.
We're not doing the drug tea.
We are not
There are children present.
No, our
I
children present. Yes.
forbid you from doing the drug.
Yes, wild magic tea. That would definitely be good to do in an enclosed space.
Yes, especially when you cast fireball and stuff and burn my house down.
I mean, your house
It
is
wouldn't-
surrounded by lead, so
The house
and
would burn
also
down,
it's
but everything in it
divided-
would burn.
Yeah, it's fine.
Including us!
Yeah, but.
And your dinner.
You have approximately 45 minutes
no,
to an
that-
hour before the Darty gets back. So if you want to have a conversation then, now's a good time.
Mind conversation.
You want to go to the toilet?
Yes.
Let's have a girls' chat in the ladies' bathroom.
First, please. As Karee'chs start trying to drag this
I
Oh,
can-
fucking
shit,
back.
right.
Estella can help Karee'chs while Heliodor and Dracera talk.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Good luck with the Get the kids involved. They love kids love cooking with parents.
We do not, we tend at minute. We wait till they are roughly about 10 cycles.
Oh,
Because of
are they
power.
all below 10 cycles?
Yeah, they're on
Wow.
all on the thing.
You have some big growing children. Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And
The
Heliodor.
two oldest ones. The two oldest ones. Khan is roughly about 7 cycles.
Aw.
Nali
Just so
is
cute.
about 5. And Tati will now be about 3.
A pose.
Adipose. Adorable. Right, to the bathroom.
It sounds great.
Right, we're in the toilet.
Alright, you head to the washroom. You are alone.
Dracera's gonna like gonna do the Chris Hansen pose. Just kind of like look very uncomfortable and stand there really unnaturally.
You okay?
No.
Right. What's wrong? Why am I being dragged over here? Right.
When you talk, it moves the camera to whoever's talking.
So he's looking all. He doesn't understand the language, huh?
I also do not understand that language.
No, I don't either. Ooh, okay.
Right.
Helidor.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with the Stella about what they found from the necklace.
Right.
And I need you to corroborate from... First of all, I need to hear what you found out from the necklace when you investigated it.
Oh, shite. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the necklace itself is, I think, the basic... hold on, as I just go to... No, not that one.
Your notes.
Not my notes. I'm going to where I sent the message to
Me.
Deirdre Sarah, yeah, but for some reason your icon has gone missing. There it is.
It's the uncomfortable looking dog.
Yeah, got it. I recognize it as soon as I opened it. It was the horrific meme about Babe.
No, not that one.
As grand. Okay. Basically, it's the power of the Herald Titan of the Living. Herald Titan of the Living. It's an insanely powerful artifact. It can create illusions that aren't illusions. I mean, they technically are, but they're so detailed that they can't be told from reality. They are reality, but they're not. And they're the things that you can create are insanely complex. You can create something, and then the further away you get from it, it's still there. So, for instance, you have if you created a person, while you're with them, they can complete complex thought, they can convey emotion, but as soon as you move away from them, I think beyond around the 3 mile mark, they start to get less complex and so on. They can still complete simple tasks and so on, but the further away you get, the less involved they are, but they still exist.
Okay. So what do you think of Karee'chs' family?
They're delightful. Darty's very sweet, and kids are a delight. Chaotic, but delightful.
So, almost too good to be true.
Just Sarah, what's going on?
Stella found out that the necklace has modified memory on it.
And Heliodor's face drops. What?
I just wanted to they brought up the idea that Karee'chs' family is an illusion. And I needed you to remind me of what the necklace can do to fully realize this.
Heliodor just kind of like turns to the side. Isn't like turning his back. He's just like turning to the side, and you can see his eyes just like flitting side to side, just like thinking. They, but oh. How do you know how old the metaphor memory is? How long it's been there? It might not be. It might not be them. It might
No,
be something else.
Heliodor, that I check, I, have experience with modified memory, and with the necklace being as powerful as it is, it could affect any memory for an extended period of time to the point where this could be permanent. So it doesn't matter when he got this necklace, it doesn't matter. None of what he believes could be real, His own childhood couldn't be real.
But we just got back to his family for him. Okay.
Estella and I made a current decision that we are not going to tell him.
Heliodor, he like goes to say that, he's like, and just pulls himself back and stops. Okay.
And I know it's awful, but imagine if you were told that the City of Violet Gold isn't real, that your great-great-great-grandmother isn't real, that all that is pretend. Imagine how you would feel.
Yeah.
And we need him. And I know it is so selfish to say that, but we need him. And I know it's gonna break his heart.
Yeah.
If we tell him, but I can't do that to him.
Yeah, no. I get it, but when? We can't. This isn't something we can hold on to forever.
I will hold on to it until the day I die, Helios. I'm not going to destroy a man's life because of this. He is happy.
He's living a lie.
But wouldn't you want to live a lie? If I could make a lie for myself, that would be full of happiness, with 3 lovely children and a beautiful wife, I would. And it's not like they're not physically here because they... And I'm not going to destroy that for him. I'm not. And it's cruel, but we need him right now, and we need him to be happy, and I will put my life on the line for him, and I'll put my life on the line for his family, even if they're real. They are real to him.
And what happens when a Harbinger rips the necklace off of him?
They're not going
and
to.
The modified memory
not.
is destroyed, and everything floods back, and we knew.
We're not going to let that happen, Heliodor. We're not going to let that happen to him. Because I care for him. And he is one of our last hopes to protecting this world. And if he's going to use to make a beautiful family, then what is wrong with that?
I live for truth. I live for my what I do is truth, is universal truth. Mare was made from a desire to understand, learn, and be truthful about the world, and understand the order of things. Denying him this understanding, I don't know if it was self-inflicted, I don't know if it's not. I will, for the moment, I will go along, and I will. But we need to tell him. Your timing was awful. Now, leave. We need to.
But he's not going to believe us either way.
But that matters and doesn't. We will not be the same around him. We will not. We will carry a weight around him that he will notice. Knowing his entire family, his reason for living, are not real.
And I can carry that weight. I've carried enough weight for 5 lifetimes, and I will carry this. I will carry this for any of you. And if something that you found, if it were the same thing for me, I'd expect you. If you were going to protect me from something harmful or hurtful, I'd want you to do the same. If it was going to destroy my life and take me off of the main goal of our mission, it can wait.
I would want you to tell me and be there to help pick up the pieces of me. Because I don't want to lie to give you a fantasy. I want you to live well and enjoy the truth.
Enjoying the truth is... it's kind of a luxury you can't afford right now.
Yeah.
Just for now.
For now.
We'll talk about this another time, but these
Heliodor,
illusions are real.
Heliodor is going to pull out the Mace of Obligation and hold it in front of you. Both hands. If in 1 year we have not told him, we must.
Okay.
Hold on. And Heliodor holds out the mace.
She slowly reaches out her hand and places it on the mace.
And I cast Geas.
Sealing the deal. So, while the mace can be used for combat, its primary use is a ceremonial one of sorts. Whenever a creature strikes a bargain, swears an oath, or signs a contract, or makes any other sort of spoken or written agreement with another creature while in physical contact with the mace, the weapon casts the Geas spell on that creature, obliging it to hold up its end of the deal. In a year's time, you will be physically forced to tell him if you do not tell him.
Ooh.
This Geas lasts indefinitely or until its task is completed, rather than the usual time limit of the spell. Constructs and undead are unaffected. So, you are going to be magically forced to reveal the truth if you do not within a year.
As, just for flavour, as you place your hand on and agree, around your arm and around Heliodor's, dwarven runes just begin to appear and encircle. And as they go up the arm, they swirl around your shoulders and then come back, and the runes hit you in the chest where your heart is, and the runes coming from you hit Heliodor in the chest where his heart is, and fade away.
I hope we made the right choice.
It's a year. We have time. And Heliodor will wipe away the mist in his eyes and put the mace away. Right, we need to look like we've had a really good shit.
I don't shit.
I don't know.
Oh shit!
Give me a moment.
Yeah.
You use a fucking one, for fuck's sake.
As you return, a meal is prepared and waiting for you.
Venison.
And time passes. The kids are still busy. She's now drawing on Mare. Mare is now very, very colourful, covered in this magical paint. That will eventually fade, but they've effectively given Mare racing stripes.
Yes.
So Mare's been dolled up and graffitied, and the four of you sit and eat in relative peace, in quietness. Before Dati returns, no different to how she left, and kind of waves to you and makes her way over.
I'm gonna say Karee'chs doesn't start eating until she sits down to start eating. Out of a thing, waiting for her and the kids to come over first.
Once Dati returns, the kids come and kind of meet up with her, and they all settle down with you. And Dati does her best to explain that she's found the location of the three people, that they seem to have set up some kind of camp, and that it seems very likely that the person that was travelling alone was doing a watch. But they seem antsy, restless. It seems like they're moving about quite a bit, as if they're concerned that somebody hasn't returned.
How many of them were there?
3.
3.
She couldn't understand what they were saying.
That's fine. How far away are they from here?
She says maybe about half a mile.
Cool. Who wants to do...
Oh, we lost Aaron. Who wants to do?
Who wants to do?
We'll never know.
We'll never know. She asks you if you're going out to hunt them. Late night raid.
Fuck yeah.
Karee'chs is gonna look round at her and he's gonna nod. And he's gonna have this kind of a even if something the others might not be able to see, is there's a knowing that they're nearby. It's kind of almost like flipped a little bit of a switch in his head.
Oops. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it was, when he was cooking, he was probably trying to hide it a little bit from Estelar, but at this point it's kind of like...
It's got to be done.
Yeah. I'm not having them this close to my family.
She nods as if she understands that these people have to go. And to her, this is just like a hunt that she does. This doesn't bother her in any way. She's just like, no, if they're hunters on my land, they need to go.
But Karee'chs gonna look to the others. He's gonna say in Selrin, we could try and make it easier. How can you help us?
I mean, I would love to have a giant spider woman on
If
our team.
we bring one of them, or try to lead them towards one of the trapdoors, will we take out the other two?
How? I mean, I understand that your wife is very strong.
He's gonna take a look down at the body, or where the body was, or where the clothes are still sat.
Yeah.
Because I know she took the body away to bury it.
Yeah. So she's
But he's
taken
looking back at
everything
the-
off of the body, and then
Yeah.
taken the body and buried it.
And he's half thinking, if we were to take part of the clothing, we put it on some of the brush in easy to see spots.
I also have some other uniform, I believe.
Hmm.
I'm not sure.
You
Hey,
still
the
have
bag-
the Harbinger
you've
uniform in the
got-
bag of holding.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you do.
Oh,
yeah.
he knows
I can
that.
I can also make a Heartbringer uniform.
You can just create uniforms.
I mean, it's a dwarven male. I could probably fit into his gear.
Yeah, it looks about your size.
I could
It would have to
potentially pretend to be a harbinger, coming up asking for a progress report. Some
Or-
shit like that.
Or
Hmm.
if you went up into the woods and started crying help,
I'm not sure what that fuck sounded like.
Dwarven.
if you are wearing
Uh.
Iferi's
Dwarven?
I think a scream would attract them anyway.
Yeah.
True, but it would put him on guard as well.
Darty will reiterate to you that she will not leave the burrow while the kids are here alone.
Fair.
Understandable.
So
Leave man.
she says if you're going out, that you go and come back, and she will be here with the kids.
That to be fair, that is a better plan. Like ambushing them in the middle of the night is a better idea in reality.
True,
You've got
and
cover of darkness if you go in the night. However, whilst Dracera looks the way she does, she glows. So, unfortunately, for the time being, if she stays looking like that,
Tati.
I can alter self.
Oh, I was gonna. In fact, I forgot about that because Karee'chs was gonna get one of the little
You
doodle
can
things
alter
off his
self.
kids and try to paint it.
just paint you.
Rhino.
Just paint where the clothes aren't, so that you don't glow.
You just paint her in
I-
pink and she just glows pink.
I mean, Heliodor will kind of hand up again and be like, but I do really like the idea of going in and trying to get information out of them. Just low key, just pretending,
You can try.
and then killing them.
You can try. If we set up and then you go in, well, we.
I am
head
so
eye
good
on
at
them.
that. Right? Can I? Yeah?
But you know, in preparation, Karee'chs got to do something he hasn't done in a very long time.
Oh.
You gotta see it. He's gonna pull out. I think it's. I need to check the amount again. One sec. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's 3 pieces. You're gonna see him take out 3 arrows. And you just gotta see his fangs kind of pop down before he squeezes them over the top of the arrow. Just.
What the fuck are you doing?
And you just see him spreading his venom over the tip of the arrow
Wow.
for doing the next ones, is it? I never have time for doing this before a fight.
Could you... Heliodor pulls out like a little glass vial. Could you just put some in this?
Can he gonna reach into his pack and pull out another vial that he's already gonna hand over because he's got several?
Yes!
He
And
can
Heliodor
make-
takes...
He can make, if I have a quick check on here, how many times is it a day? I think it still might only be
I think it's once.
a day.
It's once a day.
But it's
So you've already collected the
Yeah.
arrows, so you can't produce any more. But you
You
do
can't
have.
produce any more.
I think it's 2 vials of it that you had saved.
He had 2 vials of it sat in his pack.
Yeah.
And he's thought about using it. The only problem is whenever we get to the point where we think about using it, we start a fight and it would be a turn to cook them in.
Yeah.
But then he kind of looks at Dai. And he pulls out another glass vial and hands it over to Dai. Could you feel these for me?
Whoa, fuck.
Because I feel her venom might be a bit more potent than Karee'chs.
With what?
And he's going to tip out one of his fangs. A thing right at the bottom, say like, put some into the vial.
She kind of fills the vial. It's like this black, dark green liquid. She produces about half the vial's worth and passes it back to you. I have used most of it today.
That is okay. And there's just like, she can see the wiggle of his mandibles. He's very happy with this.
And Heliodor is feeling very Thumb at the minute as he's like grabby hands.
We miss
Once
Thumb
the
in this
vial
house.
is like holding back the desire to be like, give me your wife's juices. Like
Estella has vivid memories of Thumb, and then realizes that Thumb's probably burnt down Arda by now. So.
oh, this is true. That was adorable. It was even more adorable. There was two. Oh. Sorry, there were kisses had for those who are watching on stream.
Very wholesome kisses.
How much more potent than Karee'chs would Dai's be?
How much
In the
damage
sense that
does yours
his-
do?
Karee'chs does poison injection.
Ah,
1d6 poison for 3
Yeah.
Is what,
And
sorry?
again, go on.
turns. 1d6 for 3 turns.
Okay, so it would it'd more likely be 2d6 instead. But you only get
Guys, like-
one coating of that because there is not a lot of it.
Yeah.
For it to be.
Oh no,
potent
I'm
enough to
thinking
use.
of in the future.
You have half a vial, which would be a thin coating on a small weapon.
Hmm.
So maybe something like a dagger. It would work
Yeah.
very well for. She apologizes that she can't give you any more. She used it on the Harbinger.
He gets up and he goes out and gives her a big fucking hug, like very proudly of how she's used it already today.
She kisses you very gently on the forehead. You will be safe. You travel back soon, yes?
We will be back as soon as can be. I'm so proud of you. He gives her a big hug again.
So you're heading out this evening.
Yes.
Heliodor's putting on the Harbinger clothes.
In fact, could
Wow.
we count ourselves as of having a short rest if we're sitting down and
Short rest, yeah.
thinking? Yeah.
Thank you. I would like some hit points.
You can have a short rest while you're here.
Short rest.
Warlock spells you'll get all back, Estella, if you want to get those back, because Warlock short rest my time.
I rolled so shit. Alright, let's try again. That's
Because
better.
as long as you take a short rest, you're not going to take a exhaustion anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, get dinner, power nap, that sort of thing. Ready yourselves.
Okay. Right, so I will set you up for next session. Let me just have a...
As Heliodor starts putting on the fucking Harbinger clothes again, like, oh, such fucking memories of.
In fact,
Ugh.
you said it would be enough for a thing quote on a small weapon, wouldn't it? For Dai's venom.
For Darty's venom, yes, a small weapon.
Right, okay. No, because I was half thinking of handing it over to Dracera then to put on our fucking saw sword.
I mean,
Or fucking folding saw.
What
Because if we're taking all this time to walk back to Arda, Chris wanted to get, like, ask her to produce more for him. No way.
yes. But what about on a rapier? Is a rapier a small weapon? It's
No.
small and thin.
If you're
Is that only small
if you're
weapons? Hang on.
quoting the tip.
Anybody got any small weapons?
I'll probably do somewhere. Collect weapons at this point.
Because you said
Dagger?
it was like
Dagger.
similar
I have
to
a dagger.
Yeah, put on a dagger. Wait, hold on.
You have to make sure you're gonna.
I have a crossbow.
I think I had a crossbow for a while and then I sucked it. 'cause I do it.
Who
Fine.
wants to use a crossbow to be quiet in the night and maybe get some like quiet dead shots in while I'm in there getting information?
What's Estella?
The Karee'chs taught me once.
It's a light crossbow. So it's easy to deal with.
I believe you
could-
can wield light crossbows.
Yeah,
I think
could...
that's a
You can use a crossbow, or you can just use your spells. You know, you're a powerful magic user.
I'm pretty sure bards automatically have like hand and light crossbows, don't they?
Yeah.
I got a
Alright.
sling.
No, I mean proficiency. I mean.
I would.
Oh.
Yeah, your proficiencies. Your bards are pretty good.
Yeah.
What
Because
weapon?
a light. Well, I don't know. But Heliodor will like basically offer up the crossbow for anybody who wants
So
it.
you can use simple weapons and a hand crossbow, but not a light crossbow.
Oh god damn! You can't use the one-handed one. You can only use two-handed one. You can use a rifle. You can't use a pistol. You can't use...
No, it's the other way around. She can use the hand crossbow. She can't use the light one.
Well,
So
yeah,
she can
so-
use the pistol one. We need to get Estella a pair of hand crossbows.
Oh, yes, brain.
You know.
She flies as they fly through the air. Just.
Okay. So
Why is that
Heliodor, are you disguising yourself then?
Heliodor is donning the Harbinger uniform. Is there any blood on it, or like super identifying marks, or does this look like what I was wearing, or close to what?
It's
Does
very
this look like
similar
it's
to
been
the uniform that you've worn
personalized?
before. It's similar.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like you. From what you've seen of Harbinger uniforms, it seems relatively standard. It looks a little bit worn, as if it's seen some
Okay, that's
seen
fine.
some battles.
Okay.
But nothing super identifying, you'd say.
Okay, cool.
It's
In
more
which
so
case,
the person that was wearing it that was the identifying factor.
yep. Heliodor will, I think, re-explain. I don't know if I said what I wanted to do, but I'm going to say it again. So, my idea for wearing this is to approach from the outside of Darty's territory and pretend to be somebody who's doing like a performance review or some shit like that. I don't know. But just going in and I don't know, like a runner being like, hey, have you got any information? Currently our shit's down, I don't know. We'll just be like, tell me shit. I'm your extra. Hi, I was sent because I don't know, some shit might be going down. You might need more people. There was some information, but just go in, see what I can get out of them, and then have a code word to be like, kill them. And then everybody pounces and we kill them.
How's this for a kill them? Just a clip of hands.
Oh, you just want me to clap loudly?
I mean, if we are going to be around them anyway. We should
So-
want them to see you.
I mean, I can definitely work that in. Just be like, well, I gotta go, and
Yeah,
then we
something
kill them.
like that. Yeah.
Cool, can do.
Okay.
Then you
Is
send the
everybody
place.
else fine with this plan? Like, I just
Drusilla, I need to clarify, are you disguising yourself?
Yes.
As what?
I will go with another dwarf.
Another door? Okay.
Are you gonna join me?
I mean, I can.
We're gonna
So
be
you can disguise
dwarf
yourself and your
Harbinger
clothes.
buddies together.
Drusilla
So
could literally disguise themselves as the dead person.
As the
Yeah,
guy.
Dude, you
Yeah.
could disguise yourself as
However,
the dude. Wait,
the
you
voice
don't know
doesn't
how he
change.
sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't know how he sounds.
you would still
I mean,
sound like
that's-
Drusilla.
Mm.
You don't have the actor feat, so you're not able to replicate voices, and you don't know what this guy
Well, if I'm
sounds
with
like.
Heliodor, he can just speak for me if he was so important.
I think the jig might be up quite quickly if you don't say, "Hey guys, listen to this fuck," kind of thing.
Mm.
So maybe you could disguise yourself as that other Julia.
Rosemanis.
Rosemanis. You could be Rosemanis.
Yeah.
That could be
That
really fucking
sounds-
good.
And then he wouldn't speak.
Yeah,
say that
I'll
out.
just speak on your behalf.
That
That could be really... Oh, we got it.
Fuck yeah.
There we fucking go.
Okay.
And I'll just whisper to you and just be like,
Oh yes.
ask
Yeah,
them.
because you do come up with very good questions.
Thank you.
So are you preemptively changing into Rosemanis now?
How long does that last?
Quite a while.
An hour, I think.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
hour, which means we should probably get a little closer before you do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long we're gonna be there, but it's probably good to.
Also, there
Have
is
as
the
much time as
one,
possible.
the one worry here of if you change to look like them, would your clothing change in looks as well?
I mean, does
Yes,
that
it changes
matter?
clothing as well.
Right. Okay.
Oh, well, there we
No,
go.
it's only because if Rosemanis comes up and they're not dressed in Harbinger gear, and they're dressed in this very intricate armor that they know that someone they're after is wearing, it's gonna stand out just a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
we
The
don't- we
nature
don't
of
actually know
Dracera's
if-
alter self is because she is a dream paladin. She's able to alter pretty much every aspect apart from the voice.
Alter
so-
self, like, does it look and feel? Like, does the cloth change, or is it like disguise self where
No,
you
it's
can
similar to disguise self. Alter self,
Okay.
when it looks and feels with the skin, but the clothes would
but
be
not the
more of an
clothes?
illusion.
Okay, with the dream thing. Okay, cool. Still very good. I mean, if any of these harbingers try and touch Rosemanis, oof.
I
Like-
am going to then, on the map I will be putting you on, change your token to Rosemanis. So that we know
Are
it
you
is
gonna put
you.
Are you gonna put Heliodor in the? Because I had a
I'd have to make a token
was...
for that, but I'll see what I can do.
Well, I know. No, I had a token that was hooded, and I'm pretty
No.
sure.
No, you didn't.
I thought there was. Oh,
I-
okay, cool, grand.
So,
Are you okay to do that? Like, you don't have
I
to.
can
That's
do what I
fine.
can, yeah. I'll see what I can
We
do.
can theater of the mind it.
I'm having to go into BBG tokens so I can get this token
Wow.
for you. Are you going to be Rosemanis with the mask on or off?
On.
On. I
Yeah,
have
it's
both
a formal
tokens.
occasion for grunts. Like, eh.
Yeah, he wouldn't
It's
take his mask off for that.
we find out as soon as we get there, it is Rosemanis.
Okay,
The Spider-Man meme.
because we're nearing the end of our time, we're gonna head. So I'll describe what's gonna kind of go down. So you are directed. So Darty leads you out into the long sort of passageways that she's dug out underneath the jungle, and will take Karee'chs' hand and place her hand over the top of it, with a string of her web between it, and you feel the vibrations. Maybe a good
All of the red strings
half
of
mile
love.
from here, as she describes to you. So you now have an idea of where the general direction is. You will be able to hear them as you get close to it. And you begin to trek. It takes you about maybe 20-30 minutes, but you're able to get there. And you can start hearing sort of muffled noises above ground. There is a little exit sort of where around that area, not too close by, that you're able to exit back out onto the surface. And
Okay.
as you do so, Dracera's form pales, turns white. Her leaves shrink back into something a little shorter, a little more cropped. There's this sort of paleness and the pink in the eye and then the purple in the other. Estella, you're faced with Rosemanis, which is not particularly the nicest sensation.
Yeah, my face has been just sour the entire time after you mentioned
Yeah.
it. Like,
When Dracera notices this, she's gonna start pulling silly faces. Rose Manus.
I'm Rose Manners.
can I punch
You don't have
for
any
fun?
lips.
And Heliodor is going to preemptively cast Intellect Fortress.
On yourself.
Potentially. I'm just checking. Intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Yeah, resistance to psychic damage as well. Heliodor's gonna cast it on... Yeah, on himself.
Okay,
Bam.
that is cast.
So as they get closer as well, Karee'chs going to cast Pass Without Trace as well.
Okay.
Start getting closer.
Solid choice.
As you
'Cause,
exit
yeah.
above ground.
Well, Heliodor and Dracera want to exit further away from them, like,
Okay.
so that we can, because we want to come up from a way that looks like we're coming from outside the area, right? Not from yeah. Oh shit! Of course I brought Mare with me. That's fine. Yeah.
So, Mayor, Karee'chs, and Estella, I'd like everyone
gonna-
currently to make me a stealth check.
I'm
You
gonna
get
also.
your
I'm
plus
also.
10 on this.
Thank
Plus
you. I'm
10.
also going to tell Mare to listen to Karee'chs' commands.
Okay.
Uh,
Mayor is now
it's
at Karee'chs' command, which is exciting. So that's a 21 for
21.
Dracera.
stealth, and then it's plus 10, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
nat
Holy roll.
1.
Well, that's
Still a
I
21.
mean, it's
So,
fine
yeah.
for me
I
to
get,
not
I
to
get
do that.
advantage on this actually because it's my natural terrain as well.
It is,
So-
yeah. Not that you fucking
It's
need
fine.
it. It's a
It's fine for
39.
me to fuck up. It's fine.
my only
No,
roll.
that
Oh,
was
that's a
not
29.
fine.
Okay.
30. There you
30.
So it's 40.
Okay. So,
Christ.
It's fine for me to fuck
no,
up. That's
Estella
okay.
fucked up, that's the thing.
Um,
Estella rolled a 1, so...
I also rolled. Wait, was
No,
I
you-
not the one who rolled
that
the one?
wasn't
Oh,
you,
I
no.
thought I'd rolled the one. Oh, Christ. Okay.
So as you're
I can't.
exiting the tunnel, Estella, you don't quite see there's a root on the floor that your foot catches on, and you go face planting into the dirt.
They were just too busy staring at Dracera. That's what happened.
Yeah.
The two of you had stepped ahead slightly. You see 3 figures huddled around a fire. Not too well set up. It seems like it's a tent and like a little campfire that's been set up. You see a large, hairy figure in heavy armor with a great sword. A hobgoblin. Next to him, a human man with sort of dark hair that's been tied back, a thick kind of black beard, graying on the sides, and another dwarven person who is dressed similarly to the other dwarf that you have seen, and they are relatively clean shaven, which is strange for a dwarf. With like blonde hair that's been tied up quite neatly in a big plait on the back, with a large staff sat kind of between their legs, and all 3 of them stand up as they hear the noise, and you hear the bugbear call out, "Who's there?"
Oh, sorry, I just tripped over.
All 3 draw their weapons and point them into the dark.
How dare you point your weapons at Russ Manus?
Are you
Are we
stepping
going
forward?
forward?
Yeah, Heliodor. Yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
like walking forwards, like, how dare you?
How close are you, Kay? You're getting real close then.
Yeah. Bitches.
Okay.
Put your
Um,
weapons away immediately.
I need you to roll me either a persuasion or deception. You don't have to tell me which.
I mean, you'll find out either way because I'll roll.
However,
it
it will
the
be
GM.
like usually because of how you're set up, it would have been an advantage. It won't be because you've called the Abyssal Actuary by their name. So this is going to be a straight roll. So we'll see how that goes.
I forgot she was called the Abyssal Actuary.
Like first name
Shit.
basis with Rosmenis? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, she's my buddy.
Actually, can I do something?
Please
Can
do.
I grab him by the throat and
I will let whatever's happening happen. Like,
yeah?
Okay.
Just
I'm
raise
gonna
me off the
tilt
ground.
my head.
Both of you rolls a performance check then for me.
Performance. I mean,
This
can
is
I
a
give
performance.
can I give advantage to the Abyssal
Sarah,
Actuary?
You may
Yeah.
indeed.
Thank you. Just
Okay.
that was pretty good. We are not the charisma-based people. We got this. We can do this. Oh,
Nice.
fuck yeah! Fuck you all! Fuck you. Warlord. No. No.
Okay.
Okay. Only
So
one of them seems
the
a bit-
hobgoblin and the dwarf both immediately kind of put the weapons down and bow their heads to you. The blood hunter does so as well, but kind of is watching you very closely.
I'm sorry. Abyssal Actuary. I apologize.
Gonna hold it for a few seconds. She's not holding hard.
Yeah.
She's
But
just like, I don't know.
you ended up also like putting on the strain.
And she
like...
dramatic like pulls her arm back and
Introducing the Abyssal Actuary.
The hobgoblin takes a knee. It's like, Your Eminence, I wasn't expecting to see you.
Do not address the Abyssal Actuary directly.
Kind of looks at you and looks down at the floor.
she can see that the blood hunter isn't exactly convinced, so she gives him this most intimidating stare down that she can possibly.
Intimidation check at advantage, please.
Thank you.
Because you are the spitting fucking image of
Get it.
Please. Yes! This fucking shit!
Oh,
So good. Yes.
you watched like
Holy crap!
you watch the blood hunter's face
We are
pale
killing it.
as you're boring your eyes into his head, and he's staring at you, and then stares at the floor, and you can see him kind of shrink a little.
As he goes, oh, how could I doubt? Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh
damn.
no.
Well, if this wasn't a recovery and a half.
I mean, yeah.
The three of them kneel from their positions around the fire.
Progress report.
The hobgoblin looks very unconvinced at you specifically, Heliodor, considering you're like demanding these things of them, but Rosemanus is right there. So
Yeah, and Heliodor says it.
yeah,
And he's
okay.
waiting.
We've been making progress in this sector. Your Eminence. He's looking at Heliodor as if like, I'm not supposed to be talking to Rosemanus apparently, so I'm going to talk to you.
Well done. You're doing the right thing. Now,
I'm gonna bring Heliodor down so I can speak into his ear. Actually, I'm gonna grab his arm and pull him down.
wait.
Wait, no, we're the same height.
Yeah, the same height.
Come over here. I'm gonna grab him and pull him.
Yep.
I'm gonna whisper in his ear, ask them why there's only 3 of them. Where's the 4th?
Where is the 4th member of your party?
Savros was going out and he was doing a check around the perimeter, Your Eminence. I don't know why he hasn't come back.
Sarah stares at him as well, looking absolutely furious.
Roll me another intimidation check.
And just flat.
Yeah, just flat. This guy's a bit stiffer than the other. All right. He kind of keeps his eyes on the floor, so he's not quite looking at you, so it doesn't have the intended effect.
But
he seems more focused on the fact that he's not meant to be making eye contact and meant to be staring at the floor, definitely.
solid choice.
We got the report that that the gatekeepers were around here, and that we were meant to be looking for them. So we decided to do a quick perimeter check because we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Your Eminence, and things could be pretty nasty out in the woods at night.
Very well done, due diligence. Very good, very good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I want to say a thing, but I am not charismatic. Fuck it, this is a game of risk. Heliodor will say, once he fully formulates what he wants to say, so that we know you are competent, give the Abyssal Actuary a recounting of your mission.
Persuasion check.
You will point probably at the Blood Hunter. What am I doing? Sorry?
Can I help
Persuasion
him
check.
by looking angry?
Well,
Persuasion.
I'd say you're already pretty much doing that, so I'll give you advantage on this.
Yeah.
Persuasion of advantage, go on.
Yeah, persuasion advantage. Please.
Oh.
Yay! Thank you.
So you're asking for them to give you a full report.
A full recounting of what their mission is. Like, tell me to impress the Abyssal Actuary. What are you doing here?
The Blood Hunter looks at you and then looks at the Hobgoblin. And the Hobgoblin looks back at him like, fucking talk. Your Eminence, we were sent out here upon reports of the prophets.
Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look at the Eminence. You look at me.
Stares.
Look at me.
Go back to me. Look at that.
Stares at Heliodor. Sir, we were sent out here on reports of the prophets scrying, saying that they may be within this area and that we should be looking for details of the gatekeepers, and if we should find them, that we should get rid of them.
She whispers into his ear again.
Listening.
So there's only 3 of them left, and they haven't found anything. That is incredibly disappointing.
So there's 3 of you left, and you found nothing. The Abyssal Actuary is very disappointed.
Severus is sure to return shortly, sir, says the hobgoblin, kind of points out.
Are you sure? And Heliodor looks round. I don't see them. How long have they been gone?
About 2 hours now, sir.
2 hours! 2 hours! And you've remained here. This is going to be written up.
Sir, we have found traces of the key. If that would make it any better.
Traces of the key. Where?
It leaves a trail, sir. We've been following the trail.
Oh, fantastic. Very good. Heliodor is shitting himself like it leaves a fucking trail.
Of course I do that. Omnibus luxury. Same time. What is it?
Horomir, he points to the dwarf. Horomir has been tracking it quite diligently, sir. And the dwarf kind of bows their head to you.
Show me.
They look up, and they kind of offer a hand out to you.
And Heliodor will bang put that hand in there.
As they close their hand around yours, there is this kind of spike of painful cold magic.
Ow! Ow!
And your vision
Ay, shit! It's like gripping ice. Oh.
turns kind of somewhat blue tinted whilst they are holding your hand, and you are gifted true sight.
Whoa! Holy shit! This guy just granted me true sight.
So very briefly, you were given a glimpse.
I'ma look around.
You look around, you can see in the bushes, like as it doesn't seem to have affected this dwarf. This dwarf's eyes have stayed the same color. Yours have gone bright blue. As you kind of look around, you can see a bright white light where Karee'chs stood in the bushes.
Can this dude see that?
He's given it to you, so no. Currently, he can't see it as it stands, as it's passing in your hands.
Heliodor's gonna look around and be like, very interesting, yes, yes. Yes, right, so it's, right, yes. So it's that way. And Heliodor is gonna point down the path.
What, towards Karee'chs?
Yes, and is going to hope that in this time, they have moved.
Well, you can see where Karee'chs is. Has Karee'chs moved?
I am hoping they have moved off the path where we made a very obvious example of like falling over and being like, oh, don't worry. So that is me subtly handling off to them too.
You were muted, yeah.
Karee'chs is off the path.
Okay.
He moved up into the bushes right afterwards.
Also remember,
Stella
Matt
fell
is...
over. Stella fell over and then just on the floor, like, not to make a
Splat.
sound.
I mean,
Yeah, they are
Also,
face
Mare is
planted on
under
the
your
floor and
control,
completely
right?
invisible as it stands. And Mare is just stood stock still in the bushes so that nothing is distracted or moved.
I think I might have been muted when I'd said I was going to say to Mare to move into the bushes at the side of the thing, so like...
Okay, I will move Mare to here.
Yeah.
nice.
About off the path. In the bushes.
You point down the path, and Horomir says to you, it's like, whilst still holding your hand, kind of nods and says, hey, we decided that we'd follow the trail in the morning when it's a bit brighter out, so I wasn't...
You what? You
I'm
you
sorry,
fucking
sir.
idiots!
And he kind of
Stand!
stares at the floor.
And Heliodor will like get them to stand. Stand!
They let go of your hand and the magic fades.
March! And Heliodor points down the road. Go!
Looks at Rose Manus.
Rosmanus just gives him the most uninterested stare at him.
Persuasion check.
With advantage, because I'm being like, fucking go, and this is their big bad boss.
Persuasion, right?
Just
Advantage.
flat persuasion.
Fuck!
Oh, it's cocked. That was a 14.
But
Okay,
it went to
No,
persuasion.
I've got pluses.
you've got a lot of pluses in persuasion. She's a charisma caster. Of course, she's gonna have high persuasion. Okay.
March. Go!
The dwarf begins to march down the
And you
road.
two, what the fuck are you doing? Go! We're gonna hit him hard and fast!
Okay, they begin to make their way down.
And Heliodor is going to make sure that we are 25 feet behind them.
Ooh,
Karee'chs still
whoops.
waiting on
And
the
then-
fucking...
As soon as they reach where I saw Karee'chs, Heliodor's gonna go, right! And clap.
Okay. So they would be about here if you were at the 25 feet mark.
No. Heliodor, we're gonna follow them
Oh, okay.
until they reach directly in between, directly where, like, in line with the path where they were. So, hold on, wait, I'll put Heliodor where, when they're here, Heliodor will clap loudly and go, right, clap.
Okay, so for the sake
That is,
of the map, I'm not gonna do that, so
Yes,
you can
no,
still see.
Understandable, but
Okay.
yes.
All right, so they
Get
get to
there.
here. You clap as loud as you can. That is your signal. We are gonna roll initiative next session.
Do I get the even then?
Nice.
In fact, would I get a surprise attack anyway?
I mean, I
because
feel
you're
like
so-
all of them. Yeah, all three of you will.
You would get a surprise round on these creatures.
Yay!
Yeah.
So we'll start
Fuck
that
yeah.
at the beginning of next session. God, bloody hell.
We're gonna destroy these bitches.
Thank you guys for
Yeah.
coming. God, what a fucking shit show that was.
Yeah, it was a shit show that actually went well.
Yeah,
Like-
God, that's a fucking first. Okay, well, thank you for coming. Hopefully we'll be running the same time next week. I am going to be prepping for LARP next week as well, so I may be a bit scattered, but we'll try and get that done.
Again?
Yeah, again, because I never fucking stop. So we'll be running same time next week. But thank you very much for coming, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.